tilted lawyer in velvet gown, whispers of law beneath the moon's sweet glow. He's here to guide you through the undertow, from tales of love lost and battles won, to secrets that hide when the day is done. He'll paint the night with stories so stark. Welcome to family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark. The lawyer's voice is smooth like leather. He sings lies only he can tether. In the sultry jazz lounge, let the wisdom flow. Feel the rhythm in the late night glow. Through custody tangles and alimony strife, he navigates the drama of everyday life. With a wry wink and a cheeky remark, let's unravel family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark. Light up that cigar and pour a glass of red, as we wade through matters not often said, where hearts and minds often leave a mark. Dive deep into family law after dark.
Happy Friday to everybody. This is Omar Serrato with the Tilted Lawyer Podcast. I am joined in studio by Jocelyn and my old assistant, Melissa DeCastro, coming to grace us with their presence on a Friday afternoon. And Bruce and Brad, I got the two of them. So if I mess up your names, I'm just not going to say anything, and y'all could just respond with whatever.
We're pretty interchangeable.
Yeah, we're going to have people. Well, I would not call. It was like today, like 15 minutes ago, where I learned that Bruce is not an IT guy. I've been thinking he was an IT guy this whole time.
No, I'm the IT guy. I got the
Brad is the IT guy, and I think there's in my brain, I made Bruce absorb that occupation. Turns out that Bruce is an engineer, a fan of antlers, and
temporarily retired.
Subject to being seduced by his microphone.
Something is going on. I'm hearing Brad echo, and I'm hearing me echo. Yeah, I'm not hearing you guys echo.
They're saying there's an echo, but I don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo.
Oh, somebody's saying there's an echo. Nessa's saying there's an echo.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to mute Bruce.
I don't know how to fix it.
All right, Bruce is muted. Do you still hear the echo?
I do not. Oh, yeah, I do.
You hear the echo?
I hear the echo. Me.
It might be us.
What about now?
Maybe. Yes, I hear it.
All right.
Pam is
How about now?
yelling. Nope, better. Oh, nope.
Okay.
Oh.
I think that. Let me go into here.
Somehow the guests are echoing, but the locals are not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dominic,
yeah.
could you? Are you hearing the echo anywhere?
I'm not hearing it at all.
So if I mute the PC, their echo goes away.
Ooh. Oh, I like
You
that.
see that? Now don't.
Yeah, now we don't hear
You guys say something.
Amazing.
I'm hearing everything.
Yeah, but we can't
Or
hear
I-
them.
Or-
So that's
They can't hear us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the source of the echo somehow. But I don't have it open anywhere else, other than.
Yeah.
Let me try this though. if I go to chat, does that make a difference? Testing.
Test.
Still echoing?
Bacon.
No.
Is that better?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
I
I
like
did it. I fixed it somehow.
Woo!
All right.
Chat
we're
will
good.
catch up and they'll be happy. Maybe we'll see.
Yes.
All right, folks.
What can
Hey,
help?
I invited Brad to the show with the question of whether or not he was feeling squirrely.
Ooh.
Well, are you, Brad? What do you
I'm-
think?
I'm feeling quite squirrely considering my wife is away, so it's just me and the little one.
Oh, shit.
Party at Brad's.
Brad's
Yeah.
got the whole house to himself. How do you celebrate having the house to yourself, sir? I got to know.
That's the problem is I can't because I got the little one. So
Oh, well, take her to your mom's. It's like, hey, you know what, Mom? I think you need to spend some time with your grandson.
yeah, right.
I'm going to play some golf.
I guess there's a
3
party
inches
at
of
Brad's,
snow
but-
outside says no.
No.
Even better, man. Let's play snow and let's
Snow
play
day
golf
party
in the
at
snow.
Brad's. But you got to be like 4 years old. That's the problem to get an invite to this party.
Oh, well, I don't know about
Brad's
that.
kid. Yeah. Party for little kids.
Hey, ladies, how you guys doing, man? How you guys feeling on a Friday afternoon?
Good.
In 2025, a year older, a
The
year
first
wiser.
Friday of 2025, technically.
Oh, is it?
Your math is off. It's the second Friday.
Is it really? Oh, wait.
The
no.
first, no, yeah,
Yeah.
It's the second Friday, but it's the first Friday of the first official week. If we could really say it that way, but hey, who's taking
Melissa really misses this place. She's even trying to put on her radio voice for us.
it?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
I
She was
will
trying
agree
to
with
like,
Melissa.
I'm
Last
like,
week
it
was
is the
not
first.
considered a week, though.
Nobody considers last week a week.
No, it's the
Yeah.
week
Hell
that we
no.
don't talk about. It's
Yeah.
the weekend between Christmas and New Year's.
It was a blur.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But people are saying it on social media. Soft start, something like that.
Well, folks, we're going to be joined by Jennifer Bradley shortly at some point in time. Lauren Knighty is going to make an appearance. She needs to get her butt back on flat. She needs to twerk for us, or maybe not.
Oh no,
Oh boy.
No.
Schnitzel's going to be coming in a couple of minutes for an hour. But why don't we get started with our first hypothetical? All right. So I got some good ones, and I have the descriptions of the hypos in our YouTube description. But we're going to start here. Let me share my screen. And all right. So Jocelyn, Melissa, folks, gentlemen, this person wants to know if they are the asshole for divorcing my wife and telling everyone that she cheated on me. That is the question being posed. To which I have immediate thoughts.
There's a 50-50, but okay.
50 what?
I mean, we don't know if it's true. We don't know if he just said it because he felt ashamed.
The way
Who
that he,
knows?
okay.
The way he worded it sounded like
Could I give my hot take before
Yeah.
we even get started? If you're a guy that gets cheated on and you're the kind of guy to go broadcast it to the families, she 100% cheated on your ass. But not just one, but multiple. You know, I've been accused.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. With not just one, but multiple.
Yeah.
The knee-jerk
I have
answer is
a-
no,
yeah.
based on
totally.
the title
Yeah.
alone.
Based
but
on the
I-
title.
I don't know.
alone.
Based on the title,
Mhm.
yes, but that's why I said it was 50-50. I was like,
I'm
is
going
it
to say
true?
yes. I'm going to say yes, and I'll tell you why. But I'll read.
No,
I haven't read
no,
this
you're
at all.
saying no. He's not the asshole.
I am saying he's not. Bruce is saying he. Wait a minute.
No, I'm
Strike that
saying
out.
based on the
Exactly. So
title,
am I the
he's not an
asshole?
asshole.
So
Yeah.
am I
He's
the
not an
ass-
asshole. I'm
He's
saying
However,
he is the asshole.
You're
We
saying
have
he is,
yet
okay.
to deduce. Oh, you're saying he is.
I'm saying he's an asshole.
Oh, we have yet to
For-
deduce his crimes.
Right. And from multiple angles. One of them is for his own mental health and standing as a man. And the third is just, in general, don't be a dick. But I don't know stories. So let's get on with this.
Fair.
That's what I want to know.
I have been accused of saying that, oh, you think everybody's cheating. I'll tell you what.
The vast majority of the time, they are cheating.
When I
I'm
research these
sorry.
cases, 99% of the time, people are getting divorced because of cheating.
Because they're cheating.
So
Yeah.
pardon me for just going with the first logical scenario that pops to mind.
We divorce people for a living. Believe me.
Yeah,
It's
just
really easy.
nature of the case. But let's get into it. All right,
Oh my.
so too long didn't read. My wife cheated on me, and after everyone in our family started calling me names for divorcing my wife, I decided to tell everyone the reason, which made my wife furious. This guy doesn't know what a period is. I mean grammatically, not menstrual. I decided that I needed
Thanks for
to clear-
clarifying.
just in case
I
you
was
were.
just going to say, yeah, he may not, but okay.
I decided that I needed to clear everything between us before a file so we can have a clean divorce. I called my wife. I told her to meet me to talk. I asked her to meet me in a park near my house. And when my wife came, she hugged me. She asked me to let's go home. I refused and said I asked her to meet with me to clear things up between us, which made her a bit angry. And she said I'm being unreasonable. I said, wouldn't you be angry if you found out I was drinking and dancing and kissing other women and hiding it all from you? She said she would, but she wouldn't throw away a relationship of 6 years over this. 6 years.
She's
is nothing.
lying, but okay.
Well, I know that. Yeah, she would have things to say about it, right?
Mhm.
No, but
She's
maybe not.
minimizing.
She's already cheating.
She's fucking lying.
Maybe she'd be the type of, you know, why don't we just open up the marriage?
Oh my God.
Because she's dating
here.
Captain
We're already
Kangaroo
here.
over here. Maybe he makes good money. She likes the stability, just not the.
Did you call him
adventure, bro.
Captain Kangaroo?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did, sir. Maybe that's unfair. What should I call him? What would you call him, Bruce?
What? He's the original poster. I don't know why.
Well, we could call him Dr. Drew if it
I
makes
wanna
you
know
feel
how
any
he
better.
found out that she
Yeah.
cheated.
He went
He
through
divorced her,
phone.
so he's the petitioner.
He went to her phone?
That's my hypothesis. What's up, Schnitzel?
Let's see.
Hey.
Hello.
It's good to hear from you. I don't know how far you are into reading, but we just started reading it. This guy has broadcast to his family after they were insulting him for leaving the marriage that his wife was cheating on her, and he wants to know if he's the asshole. And I have labeled him Captain Kangaroo. Bruce took offense and has recategorized him as Dr. Drew. That's where we're at.
Dr. Drew.
I'm going to
Among
make a
other
very
things.
low chance bet that Schnitzel Ninja doesn't even know who Captain Kangaroo is.
I do not.
Oof.
I don't even know who Captain Kangaroo is. I just know it's a thing. That people say.
I'm just going to point something out that doesn't have to do with anything. If you find out that two people are getting divorced, why the fuck are you calling to be like, oh, don't divorce her? That's not your problem.
That's very
Well,
true.
because they didn't know, obviously, which is why he probably
Even
felt
if
the
I
need to
don't
broadcast
know,
it.
I found out two of my friends are getting divorced. I wouldn't say shit. I'm not gonna call and insult somebody for leaving the other one. No, that's their damn problem. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
mingle in their
But
things.
but riddle me this, Batman. Let's just say that you were like older sister to your brother, and you found out
I
that wife is leaving your brother, and you had no idea that there was infidelity. Like, how dare you like leave when you have a baby and you have all this and that, and you're just leaving us high and dry, and you know what, you need to do better. Maybe those conversations persist before the ultimate. You're trying to talk them back into it, and then you realize, oh well, shit. Well, he cheated. Well, what are you gonna do?
No, I wouldn't do it. I swear to God, I wouldn't do it. I'm very respectful of people's like space, and maybe some people don't. They just don't want to talk about it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. If that person approaches me, then I'll say something. But if they don't,
That
I'll
is a
just
good
keep
point.
quiet.
You know, most people would just kind of mind their business, but
yeah.
I'm asking Schnitzel specifically. I don't know why I'm asking Schnitzel specifically, just because we need to introduce her to the show. How involved with your in-laws do you get? I mean, or married partners of your siblings or cousins or family members or whatnot?
Oh, those in-laws.
I definitely will be there to listen, but I try not. I don't get like directly involved, and I'll ask if they want any advice or if they just want to vent. At least that's what I try to do, unless maybe it's like a really like maybe sometimes they'll give an opinion, but I try to. Sorry, it's my dog. I try to just just listen.
Yeah, so you take a practical approach. I think most people would, and so it is kind of weird that people are confronting him, but it also makes me skeptical of
About
what
why?
he's saying,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which leads me to my initial description of him as Captain Kangaroo. I don't know who Captain Kangaroo
I don't
was a
get
show.
it. Why?
was in
Because
the
he's
that
50s.
means.
bouncing like a kangaroo? What?
Because he's a goober. Because he's like a Mr. Magoo over there. I use it derogatorily towards him to point out the fact that I think he's a clown.
Can I tell
Before we
you
even
the
start.
What did it? Wait. What did he do to make him be a clown?
For my initial hot take, any man.
Yeah, but we've
That-
read this whole thing now.
Nope,
So we need
nope.
to update.
No, we
Like a-
haven't.
You
haven't?
I don't know
we
anything.
haven't. We
Oh,
haven't.
jeez.
Yeah, we're like maybe a few paragraphs in. But my initial premise was
I'll
any
wait
guy
then.
that
Nope.
feels the need
I would like to point out every
Yes.
paragraph is a run-on sentence unless there's a question mark somewhere. And there's no period at the end.
This guy doesn't know
There's
the
no
meaning of a
paragraph with
period.
two
Not a fan of
sentences
periods.
unless
Yeah.
he uses a question mark. It's insane. This
Right.
is insanity.
So I'm calling him Mr. Magoo or Captain Kangaroo.
Or a clown.
Or a clown, because any guy that feels the need to broadcast the infidelities of his relationship upon exiting that relationship is
It's gay.
I wouldn't say that,
No.
but I'd say that he's morally deficient. There's something missing. He's incomplete as a human being. There's a lot of different opinions. I wouldn't have went with gay.
Or he's gay.
I would just say buckle up.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Alrighty. You can't say that without putting. I mean, well, let's get on. Let's get on with it. All right. So, all right. So I said that's easy for you to say because you cheated and I didn't, and I just want a clean divorce. She asked me, why am I not open to reconciliation? I said, because you broke my trust, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life worrying about what my wife is doing behind my back, and how would I know if it's only just a kiss and nothing else happened and she wouldn't kiss anyone else. I just want a divorce. And then everybody stood up behind him and clapped. That's exactly how this conversation went. This guy's a clown.
What?
Anyway, I don't believe this is how the conversation went down, is what I'm saying.
That's what he's
Why not?
saying.
Because that's just not.
Realistic.
Doesn't sound realistic.
It sounds like a one-sided narrative, which is the reason why we don't let hearsay in as admissible evidence without an exception.
That's what all these Reddit posts are.
True, but this one is exceptionally one-sided, and so I'm just skeptical right off the bat. Call me
know.
a
It's only
lawyer.
because of run-on
Call me
sentences.
whatever, man. I'm just saying I don't trust this information completely. Is all I'm saying.
The way it's written is very serial killer insane.
Yeah. How old is this guy? Did he say?
I
How
don't
old would
see
you
anything.
gauge him
What's
based on his
happening?
writing abilities?
He's 22.
Well, what if he's
They've
an
been to-
engineer?
They've been together
Engineer?
for.
What if-
They've been.
No, he wouldn't write like this.
I was
They've
gonna
been.
He's
say.
so emotional. He's just
Brad.
blurting everything out, and
He
he's just no
word
period.
vomit,
Just
like Mean Girls.
everything that he can think of.
So we don't know how long the marriage is, but they said
6 years.
relationship
6
is 6 years. So at best, you could say if he's 18, he'd be 24.
Yeah.
You know, he strikes me as a guy in his mid-30s. That's my guess. I don't have any basis for that other than, well, let's just continue. So she said divorce is a long and extreme, and she loves me, and she said she's sorry, and she will try to delay as much as possible because she just doesn't want to lose me. I said, I'm sorry as well, but I'm done. I love you, but you stepped out of marriage. Let's not fight, and you keep what's yours, and I keep what's mine. I told her that I have evidence of your infidelity. And also, you try to throw our families against me. I try to keep it between us, but you went too far, and I only told them the truth after they were harassing me. And I still hid it from your coworkers. Why is he even talking to the coworkers? So it doesn't get difficult for you in your workplace. Let's just divorce.
Maybe he had to go to the office Christmas party.
This guy's gay.
Yeah, I was going to say, the only time I've ever interacted with my wife's coworkers is at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
And even then, it wasn't
It's
to talk
reasonable.
about my wife. It was to talk shit and like make jokes and have a good time. And, you know, you know what? I'm not going to tell stories. I'm just going to say,
Yeah. Shut up.
I'm just gonna say, it doesn't implicate me or my wife. I'm just saying I've witnessed some things at that Christmas party that I'm just not going to comment on, man. Okay. All right. So, well, I don't know shit about legal process. And yes, I did pull all that shit out of my ass. Wow.
Oh,
My wife cried a bit, and I hugged her and told her that it's over. There's no fixing this. We love each other, but love is not everything when it comes to marriage.
God damn it.
God.
Who did she fuck? Your brother? Your dad? Oh my God. This
What?
is like bad.
I'm
she
lost,
kissed a
Melissa. What do you
random
want?
ass man.
Like, aren't you?
Here's
he's
what
like,
happened.
It's over. I'm like,
I'll tell you what
this
happened.
This makes it sound like a movie.
so
Jesus.
bad.
If your husband
Literally-
kissed a random ass man, would you be divorcing?
I kind of feel like Schnitzel might be into it.
What?
Like if your husband kissed a guy, would
If
you
my
like
husband
give him
I wouldn't be into it. I'd be like, you
Um,
want to talk about it?
I guess it'd have to be a
Is
random
there
ass
video
woman.
proof?
Is there?
Well, that's what I meant. And, like Schnitzel's like the most reasonable person ever. She'd
Is
like,
it a hawk
hey,
guy?
so let's I mean, I don't know. Let's
I'll
just
see if
say
you want.
yes.
I was like, is that
There's
something
no
you're into? Do you want to talk
scenario
about
where
it?
you would be attracted to that?
All right, this
Really?
is a question for all the women. If your male partner or husband said, "Hey, I've been really thinking about a threesome with another guy," would you be receptive, or would you
would
want to have the
laugh.
Well,
schnitzel
How many
talk?
you
drinks
can
have I
have
had?
you can have a threesome with another guy where the guys aren't threesoming
Interacting.
together.
Yeah.
They're just taking
Yeah.
turns.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but that's
so
not a
it's
threesome. That's
it's like,
a
do you want to
gangbang.
get pegged or
Oh my God.
or are you
nice.
pegging?
This has nothing to do
Me.
with this letter.
How do we get here, man? How did we even end up here?
Asked.
If my husband ever told him, I would say, yeah, sure. And the second I said that, he'd be like, no, I take it back. I don't want to do it. Of
But
course.
what if you were waiting for him to take it back and he just like, hell yeah, and then he jumps on fucking Craigslist and like finds it.
Craigslist.
Only it's you
If
and your
we're
best
talking
friend.
about my husband, I know him too damn much.
I know
gonna be
he
like,
wouldn't.
No.
But I'm just saying, what if, I've been here, I just watched, what did I watch? That McConaughey movie with parallel universes, the fifth dimension. What am I talking about?
What are you talking about?
Bruce, I know you've seen this movie.
The Chinese movie? where
Matthew
people, like-
McConaughey, where he's in
A movie?
space.
Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Oh.
Interstellar. Interstellar.
Is that Matthew McConaughey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it just got uploaded to Netflix.
I've-
Did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That's why I just recently watched it. Like, oh, holy shit. Interstellar.
I saw it in theaters. I don't remember how long ago.
It's a
I did.
long movie, man, and it's difficult to follow. I had to get the full-on Neil deGrasse Tyson explanation of
Is
what
Matt
is
Damon in
really
that
going
too?
on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I kept thinking Matt Damon off the cover. I'm like, that's not Matthew McConaughey.
Damon is in, and he's like a villain. And but anyway, there's this idea that time and space is a variable. It's more akin to a map than a measurement, and that if
It's
you
like
are
the
in the
butterfly
fifth,
effect, if I could say it that way.
yeah, all infinite possibilities are possible, and so
Murphy's Law.
in an alternate universe, all that to say, in an alternate universe, your husband, you wait for the 1 second delay, and the crack the joke, it ain't coming. 5 minutes later, he's like on
Planning.
like the internet, like
Scheduling.
trying to find some participant.
I would run away.
Would you think that he's just trying to take this joke really far? Or at what point would you start taking him serious?
No, I would just run away, pick up my shit. I'm like, I'm leaving the hell out of this.
I did not sign up for this.
I'd be like, I think we need to have more of a conversation before we're trying to find somebody.
It's like playing chicken. Who's going to back out
So
first?
would you be more receptive to it then if he said, "Let's bring in another lady"?
No, I wouldn't
No.
be receptive to any.
Yeah.
I would just say no.
Well, I mean, that's
This is a weird
typically-
tangent for such a dumb letter on Reddit.
Right.
I know. What are we doing? What are we doing right now?
The conversation went over to threesome.
It derailed so fast.
Bruce is objecting to the drilling.
Escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Objection relevance.
Objection sustained.
Move
All right,
on,
fine.
counselor.
Hello, counselor.
He doesn't know shit about the legal process. I have been ignoring her texts, and I'm going to look for and fill. But I also truly don't understand what's up with all these people telling me it's just a kiss. How do you know? Even I don't know if it's just one kiss or it happened before.
But he's not
or
even
there's more than that.
explaining what the hell happened. I need more context to the story.
Well,
This is
here's
not
what he
enough.
says.
Did we miss
Isn't that a
At the
Killers
very-
song?
I don't know.
It was only a kiss.
At the very beginning,
it
he
is.
says
It
this.
is.
He says, where did he went? I thought I read something about salsa dancing and kissing some guy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He was drinking and dancing and kissing other women. But I interpreted women to mean other men because he was like placing a hypothetical.
Yeah, he
on
was
it.
flipping.
He's
he
just
was
turning it
flipping the
around
situ-
and saying,
Yeah,
what
he's
if I did the
turning it
same
around.
thing
the
to
situation
you?
around.
So
What if
she
I
was at a
did to you
club
what
and dancing
you-
and kissing other guys.
Yeah.
So guys,
Multiple or one? I don't know.
Okay.
no,
Well-
that's multiple.
Let's just assume one. It's weird if, I don't know. I feel like this is like a really young behavior, kissing multiple dudes.
It is.
You're saying this guy doesn't have
Yeah.
any game. I'd say from his sentence construction, he has zero game.
Definitely.
Oh, I would agree with that. And hence why I called him, one of the reasons why I labeled him Mr. Magoo.
Well, like,
Over,
they're obviously not on the same page in the relationship, and it doesn't sound like they've had any conversations about opening the relationship up. So there's
Yeah.
something going on there that they could either have a conversation about, or if he just is a hard ass and like draws his line at any type of physical contact with, sexual type of contact with the other sex, and he's done, then I mean, I guess that's his prerogative.
Here's what I feel. I feel like I think that you're right, but I'll take it a step further. I think that he probably has a military background.
Ooh.
I'm sniffing that out right away.
I have a tinfoil hat theory.
Oh, I'd love to hear that before I have my very reasoned. I need to hear the tinfoil hat theory first.
I think this guy wants to get divorced, for other reasons that he has not exposed to us or to his wife, and he is using this as the mechanism by which to do that.
Well, that's not
my
such a
tinfoil hat.
tinfoil. Yeah, that's a reasonable deduction.
That sounds like what one of my friends said, but she was not divorced. She was just dating somebody. She waited. She wanted to break up with him, but he did something, and she used that reason before.
Yeah.
She's like,
There you go.
I
I'm
can see
escaping
that.
from this.
Yeah, I
That's
can
the
see
vibe
that.
I'm getting from this letter.
I'll tell you what, like a marriage can survive kissing another person. A marriage could even survive an instance of infidelity. Maybe even multiple instances, but this guy is just like being such a hard ass about it.
Exactly. He's just closed on it. He's like, no, done by. Maybe he's also cheating as well, but he hasn't been
Could
caught.
be. Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that's tinfoil. See, I would say that, and people are, oh, you just think everyone's cheating. It's like, well,
Well,
the
it's the
statistics
truth.
bear out.
living in the family law spectrum for so long, yes, a lot of people do cheat.
Yeah,
So
it's like,
depressing.
oh, like maybe it's like just because there's emotional trauma, and maybe it's just like undealt with like issues or whatever, or maybe he's just banging another dude,
Yeah, that's it. Plain and simple.
or maybe he just got a side piece and you don't want to like give it up, and so
You
they're.
want to go the simple reason? It's cheating.
What's that rule? What's that logical rule, Bruce? The
Occam's
simplest
razor.
reason. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So no matter how tough or expensive it is, I'm going through it. I have made up my mind. I won't back down. I
Yep,
don't
this guy's
want to
banging
be
somebody on the
like
side.
one. Guy or
Maybe.
girl, Melissa?
No, this guy, the man. He's
I was
banging
not even
somebody on
gonna.
the side.
Here's a curveball. I was not going to say that this guy's banging another person. I wasn't going to say that.
No, he is.
I
just
don't think he is personally.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he is. He may. It doesn't sound. He sounds like a socially inept, dry personality. Probably a vet. Probably unable to access the roots of emotions.
I have 3 options.
Not the kind of person that's going to go to a party and like hold court with anybody or seduce random ladies dancing salsa, trying to shine the belt buckle with their rear.
I have 3 options.
What
This
is it?
guy's gay. 1.
Why
two.
why the gay though? I don't read gay in any
I'll
of
explain
this.
that in a minute. This
Okay.
guy's gay. 1. 2. He has somebody else on the side, and maybe he hasn't openly said it, but maybe he just has somebody else, and he's not interested in this marriage anymore. Or 3. This woman banged his dad, his brother, or his best friend.
Jeez.
They were at the club with this lady when his dad is going to clubs with this young lady when she's doing all that.
Maybe he's using that as an excuse, but
Hmm.
I mean, Omar, in my personal opinion, like shutting down like that just because of something like that, or at least that's what he's saying to us. I mean, that's what comes into my mind.
Hear
Like,
me
she
out.
did something really, really bad
It just sounds like a guy who's been ready to leave.
for a while.
That's what I get.
Me too.
He's been ready
Insecure.
to leave. Yeah, he's been ready to leave. He needed a reason, a solid one, and he got one. And now
Well-
he's in the shoes of leaving.
The
he's-
weird thing is the dichotomy of she stepped out on the marriage, so I'm cutting this cold turkey versus
Yeah.
trying to reconcile in any sense.
Exactly.
There's 100% an element of that.
Is there anything
He's
wrong with
not
that?
even saying
No.
her side of the story.
No, I don't judge the reasons why people want to get divorced. I mean, I'm not the
We
one married to
listen
their
and we
partners.
don't judge, or at least to their
Um,
faces.
I'll just say that this guy strikes me more as an Andy Dufresne type.
Who?
Who's Andy Dufresne, Bruce?
Going to the Green Mile?
No,
Or
not
is
the
it
Green
Sh-
Mile.
Which one? Shawshank Redemption?
Shawshank. Yeah,
I don't know.
he's an Andy Dufresne type. He is a straight up and down, boring.
There was a French guy's name in the Green Mile too, but anyway.
Who would have been the French guy from the Green
Isn't
Mile?
Dufresne a French name? I don't know.
Dufresne is yeah, that would be a French name, wouldn't it be? But that's Shawshank though. That's not
know.
Green Mile.
I just got them
Yeah.
mixed up because there's 2 French characters.
Yes, sir. I just think he's a straight up and down.
That's
Um,
racist against France. Oh boy.
No
Is
one
it
cares about
racist or
Nobody gives a
nationalistic?
shit.
I don't.
What would be the race of France?
I'm just
European?
giving myself a hard time.
European.
French people
yeah.
aren't the greatest notoriously.
Yeah.
So.
No, they're not.
He's a straight up and down arrow. He's boring. He's antisocial. He wants to be by himself. He's sick and tired of the marriage. So there's probably some truth to this idea that he just doesn't want to be married anymore. Oh, you kissed another girl and F it.
Bye.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You violated our vows, and so therefore I will take this draconian approach. He's not fighting for the marriage for sure.
Absolutely not.
He's methodical, which leads me to, I think that he's a military guy. He sounds like a military guy. His methodology is, I'm not going to do this unless he had a plan B. They kept harassing him.
I think that's a stretch, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm looking at the comments, and he's talking about overconsumption of alcohol in writing comments. So the military kind of makes sense, but
in the comments,
This just reminds me of the story we read once
I think,
about the wife that kept kissing other girls while she was drunk.
Oh.
Right up with that.
I'm going to ask the men this question. Are you guys okay? I know that Bruce is has a situation going on, and I know that Brad is married. If your partner / wife / lady were to be at the club and started making out with other women, would you be offended by it?
Women. You said women.
Women.
Okay.
Women. Would you
I
consider it an act of cheating?
my 50s style wife, it's very difficult to think of her in a club at all.
This just wouldn't happen. Yeah. Omar, you're always giving us these hypotheticals that could never happen.
Like these hypotheticals are not realistic.
Are
Actually.
not realistic, but anyway.
Okay, in
amazing.
another universe, Murphy's Law.
Yeah,
Let's just say-
in
let's
another
just
universe,
say-
would I personally be upset? No. But it would be so wild to think of her in that situation to begin with.
You would be standing there with your jaw on the floor, like,
Yes.
what?
What
First of
kind
all,
of
what are we
kiss
doing
are we
at a
talking
club?
about? Is this like a,
Let's
oh,
just
hello, it's good to
picture-
see you on the red carpet?
It's
kiss
He's
like
a French
Betty
kiss.
Crocker,
Or is
full-on
this like
sexual
sitting in the dive bar,
exploration.
like
Nobody likes that.
with tongue?
Full tonsil hockey on the dance floor.
Yeah,
cupping
man.
cheeks.
I'm talking about grabbing the cheeks,
Like
grabbing the
vampire
cheeks,
style.
maybe a couple of smacks going on back and forth, and they're just going for it. And hey, but it's all for you. It's all for you. Come join us, Brad. And it's your wife. And
If it's for me, I should
Oh.
be in the middle of it. But if she's
have
just
to
doing it while I'm getting drinks, there's a whole different
I
story.
am the recording friend.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Oh,
I feel like
boy.
this would never happen.
Oh, you'd be surprised, sir.
I feel like
I've
this would
been
never
alive
happen
for
to
a long
me.
time.
It would never happen
I
to
feel
me.
like there
you've
are no
been in
brain
situations.
cells reserved in my brain for pondering this
I mean,
situation.
granted, the times
because
that
it's
this has happened
it's
to
like,
me-
it's more likely I get a ticket to Mars. You know? Like, I don't know.
I just feel okay. It's unfair because the times that this happened to me, I was a much younger man, like in my 20s. And so, but the times where it happened, I was not offended if the person that I brought there started making out with other girls and it just turned into a party.
But what if it was your wife?
I don't think that I would be offended. I
It
just
was your
don't think
wife?
I would. It was not my wife.
But if it was.
But if it was, I'd be like Brad. I'd be like, man, oh, look at that.
Omar is only threatened by Jason Momoa.
I would
Not even. I would grind the shit out of Jason
why the
Momoa.
hell?
I would say
Let's
But
drink
you
it
would
over.
take action in that
Respectfully
case versus the other case. That's my point.
I don't think
There's-
there's a situation where I would not take action.
Why do we always have these conversations with like men watching their girlfriends kiss someone? But
And it's
never
always
women.
when you
The
happen to be on the show.
majority of men get
Are we just
aroused
here to
by that.
No, it's
fulfill
never
Omar's
with women.
fantasies? Is
I
that
feel like this
Yes,
is
exactly.
It's never with women watching their
Okay.
husbands kiss other men.
I have
There's-
diagnosed it.
Disgusting.
there's
We
two,
got here.
First of all, I would record that, and then the next day I'll be like, "Well, you remember when you did this?" You're gonna be like, "Delete that." Oh no.
Stephanie, wife with a random guy, that's like completely out of bounds. That's not the same thing. It's just not the same thing. But wife with another lady, I don't know. I just feel like that's not. and
What
by
if
the
you
way,
know your
Gay
wife
guy.
is bisexual?
Yeah.
I would not care.
Yeah. What if it's with a gay guy?
Well, that's different. That's different. Because I don't want to get myself in trouble. I just don't want to get myself in trouble. But if you're a gay dude and you play in that arena, then you cross foot over here and start
should
making
send
out
her
with
the
my
link.
wife, then it's
There's-
like, hey man,
This is confusing.
the
it would
interesting
not be
thing.
confusing.
There's two different kinds of secure in your marriage. There's what I would consider my wife and I, which is we very much avow no anything with anyone. And then there's the other side of my wife is being fun with friends, but she's coming home with me. And there, some people would say one of the side is strict conservatism and, you know, there's nothing going on. But the other one is saying that we are secure in our marriage and not letting our insecurities try to we're not trying to project that insecurity into the other side of the marriage.
But your point is that there's still lines with that
Yes.
acknowledgement that you don't cross, which is valid and fair. And for, I think most men, I just don't know if men know how to interpret your woman making out with another female as crossing lines, because we get confused. Like, hey, wait a minute. Like, am I supposed to be upset by that? Or am I supposed to, like, there's like this whole moment of,
My husband would hate it.
well,
So would my
there's nothing
boyfriend.
wrong with hating it. I'm just not sure that I would hate it. Maybe I would. You never know. And I've
Until
come
you
to the
try it.
conclusion, and don't knock until you try it.
Gosh,
You
I would be
always come
wondering
up
what
to,
part of the Matrix broke.
How did I end up
Oh.
in this universe?
We always talk about this topic whenever Melissa is in studio. That's what I have noticed. It always ends up with women making out with women whenever Melissa and Jocelyn
not
are
bring
together
that
on the
up.
couch.
All right, so I found something different. So I looked at the username for the person who posted this, and he
Okay.
posted it previously and included more details.
Oh no!
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
So
Should
it's
I
the
even
same.
ask?
It's the same story, but
Mhm.
he's 28 and he's been married to his wife, who's 29, for 2 years. They were dating for 4.
Okay.
That's 6 years. Okay.
Did the
So-
dates check out? Is this all fake, Brad? What do we got here? Is this a big fake story?
Check the
I-
metadata.
It's fake.
I don't
It's
know
made
if
up.
it's fake,
Most of the
but
It's
things in
not
Reddit are
wild enough to
fake.
be fake, you know? It's just not. Why would you fake that one?
but
If you're going to fake it, go for it.
Because you need upvotes.
yes, karma farming is a thing. But
What do you get for upvotes? Like, what's
uh,
the advantage? What's the
it's
game?
it's e-peen status. That's all.
Well, also in some places it helps you so
It's
you can
MIB.
add comments, because otherwise they think you might be a bot or something.
Oh. All right. I think that we've discussed this one pretty thoroughly. I think I'm going to move on. How about
I
that?
hate it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're finished with that one. I'm much more interested in talking about this next one.
So yeah, he's the asshole. Moving forward.
I deduced that
Based
from
on
the
what I
gentleman.
read, I would say he's not, but only
Yeah.
based
I
on what I
wouldn't think
read.
he's the
If I'm going
asshole
to
either.
speculate, I could easily speculate that he is. But
I'll hear an argument that he's not the asshole.
based
I'll
on what he
hear an argument
wrote,
that he is.
he's married, his wife
Yeah.
kissed some other guy, and he's getting a divorce. That
Good
doesn't
for
make him an
him.
asshole.
Yeah.
Her
You know-
relatives contacted him. He explained the situation. Doesn't make him an asshole.
Nope.
No, but here's the thing. What he's saying is because he tell everybody.
Because he told everyone else.
Exactly. It's because that's the title. It's because he told everybody else. And from the
No,
interaction,
he told her relatives when they contacted him. That's what he
Yeah,
wrote.
So they were
and
like,
I'm just
How
going on
dare
that.
You divorce
He didn't
her.
contact them out of the blue to tell them this. They contacted him, and he
Maybe he
replied
posted
with
it
this
on Facebook.
information.
I'm inclined to agree, but I think that the way that it should have been handled was like, look, you don't know the whole story and attorney-client privilege.
that's it.
You're going to have to talk to her, but I'm out.
Honestly, if you get
Attorney-client
cheated on,
privilege. He's not an attorney.
I
fair
know,
game,
but the
fair game.
analogy sticks. Like, I'm not
Honestly-
going to put out her business. You got to ask
Honestly,
her.
if you get cheated on and then you post everything on social media, I'm like, stop.
You need therapy.
Yeah, you need therapy.
But also, like, you're struggling.
But also, like, please keep posting because I want to get the entire story.
Yeah. Like, I want the tea.
How you doing on yours, Jocelyn?
Oh, I'm still.
How is that matcha with whiskey?
She said it actually
It's
tastes
actually
really good.
really good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I like to point out that Jocelyn is having a matcha green tea with whiskey in it.
Mm-hmm.
So she says it's
Lovely.
delightful.
Well, since
Yeah.
matcha's already a little bitter, so it just
like
kind of
it.
added to it. You know?
Not the way that I
Nice.
make it. Matcha is delicious when I make it.
You're lying.
It is not. Nope.
What?
Nope. It is
put
It
delicious.
was
sugar in
not
it?
matcha.
Simple
it was
syrup?
mate.
Not
once.
sugar, not simple syrup. Put
First of all, it was mate,
Monk
not
fruit.
matcha.
Oh.
it was what?
Mate.
Monk root. What is that?
Is that your?
Monk fruit. Monk fruit.
fruit.
No,
Monk fruit.
mate
Yes.
is,
Monk fruit.
they drink in Argentina. Before he left, he was drinking
Not the
mate.
same as dick
Yeah,
root.
that's yerba. Or no?
In case you were wondering.
No, I don't know where it's from, but it's really popular in Argentina.
Mm.
They don't drink coffee; they drink.
I feel like we're on a side mission in Grand Theft Auto. Let us get back on track.
Okay.
Been
Okay.
doing that the
This is
whole
second
episode.
hypothetical.
Jesus
We fall
Christ.
out of tangents so fast. Okay.
Please don't tell me this is another one about opening a marriage or something like that.
Oh boy. This one has
know,
videos.
I've found that
Videos.
this show is
Oh boy.
all right. So this person wants to know if they are the asshole for wanting to divorce my husband.
It's a woman.
after he took non-consensual videos of us having sex.
Oh no.
No, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, that's a pretty big
standard.
invasion
Yeah.
of privacy. What the fuck, dude?
That's
is
the
wrong
worst
with you?
way to start an OnlyFans.
Oh, imagine. What if
Arguably,
he did? He's all over
You could
Pornhub and she has
sue.
no
That's-
idea.
I would
what I'm
actually
saying.
sue him.
Yeah.
No, I would get my
It's the
fucking
worst
house.
way.
Like, hey,
Yeah, where's my revenue?
But what if it's one of those where like he just hides their face and just like puts it up?
I don't give a crap. I did not consent to it. Give me my half
Yeah,
There could be
Give me your
birthmarks.
of the revenue.
of the revenue of the videos.
Oh, it's community property anyway. What are you gonna do about that?
He hasn't given her half. So I was like, give me my money.
He
Only
commingled it.
half?
Put it in the bank account.
It
You
should be
don't
like
know that.
80-20.
You don't get paid in cash on OnlyFans. It gets deposited somewhere.
It should be, yeah, it should
How
be
do
80-20
you know?
for non-consensual.
Deposited.
Because it's the nature of
Oh.
internet business that they don't
Damn it,
deal in
Schnitzel.
cash. They deal in electronic
can't
transfer.
I know that.
All right, I'll tell you what. I want you to sign up for OnlyFans and I want you to demand that they pay you only in cash and see what happens.
Okay.
What?
No,
That's not how finance works.
Wait,
Please,
actually?
husband,
Oh
get out here.
no.
It should be 80-20 also. Nobody is watching for the guy. They're watching for the ladies.
Okay,
so it should be
that's
90-10,
true.
80-20.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ladies should be
Schnitzel,
making 80 to 90.
Ladies,
of
ladies,
it.
okay.
The video. You
What-
know
what
that's
is true? What is true?
It's just
Nobody's
mostly the
watching
woman.
porn for the guy.
Yeah.
I've never watched porn for the guy.
She said
but
50,
I-
50, and I'm saying
I will
be
beg
higher.
to differ.
Oh boy.
When I
Schnitzel
watch,
watches porn for the guy.
Wait, you know what?
let's not.
Schnitzel's looking for the
I kind
antlers.
of agree,
It's
Schnitzel.
not
Whatever you're
just-
trying to say, I agree.
It
How
be
can Ron
for-
Jeremy be a thing? It's they're not
plethora.
watching it for Ron Jeremy. They're watching it for the lady.
Well, I
Well,
think
they're watching
a
it for
lot
his
more
antlers.
equal in 2025 when it comes to porn production. They're not hiring Ron Jeremy's anymore.
That's probably true.
OnlyFans has actually tumbled down the porn industry.
I just imagine if
boy.
you're a lady, why would you not watch porn if you're straight for the guy? You're watching it for the lady?
Why the
I think
fuck
sometimes. Oh, I don't. Why the fuck am I sharing this? I
Yeah,
don't
tell
even
us,
need to
Schnitzel. Tell us all about it.
Tell us all.
sometimes- Sometimes I
Inquiring
can
minds want to
imagine-
know.
You can imagine like the things being done to you. Does that make sense?
By
So, like,
the guy?
by the
so-
guy.
all right, so
But you
you're
actually have
imagining
to
So
like
like
that
you're like
guy.
watching the girl, but you're imagining yourself
you.
as the
Yeah.
girl. Yeah.
The
and
self
you're getting
insert.
off on her reactions, imagining what is being done to
Yeah.
her.
She's not talking about
I
her.
mean,
She's talking
kind
about
of.
him.
Schnitzel wants to get spun around. What is it they call it? Spinners or
Spinners.
whatever? She wants
It's
to,
them little girls.
Spin
You
me
just gotta-
right round, baby,
Yeah.
right?
You just got to pick them up and twirl them around.
I know what's up.
Reverse helicopter,
Yeah.
like a fan. All right. What are we doing right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's an asshole.
We haven't even
Well,
read this letter.
Maybe if I read it, we
Omar-
could all join in
Omar.
on the fun.
Go through it. I just want to see
All
your
right.
reaction to this.
You want to see my reaction
Yes.
to it? Oh. So the whole premise was he
He took
recorded
non-consensual- Yes, exactly. You see?
sex videos with his wife and all right.
Exactly.
Let me just read this. So
You
they've been
see?
married for 8 years. They have 3 kids. Generally been good, except he doesn't appreciate what I. Oh, shut up. Last winter, I didn't mean to tell her to shut up.
Okay.
I kind of did.
Nice.
She wants to be a saint. I get it. She's a perfect wife, a perfect husband. There's no other issues with her. Last winter, he asked if we could take videos of us having sex. I said, absolutely not. So that should have been in the discussion.
Exactly.
I feel like, right? Around the same time, he brought a bunch of sex toys, including a blindfold. I was hesitant to use it because I was abused as a kid with a blindfold, but thought I could heal that trauma by using it with a safe person, my husband.
He's a shitty person.
Well, I feel like that would have probably been a discussion had between the two of them. She must have had that discussion with him.
She must.
She must have. I just can't
Exactly.
imagine a scenario where she didn't talk about the blindfold thing. So I feel like he's absolved from any kind of weirdness from that. At least she's consented to the blindfold. Can we agree?
No, she did. She did. She
Okay.
did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So instead, I found out he was taking videos of us having sex while I had the blindfold on.
Yeah, no wonder.
Okay, but the blindfold doesn't stay on the whole time. What-
Omar, we don't know.
Okay,
That's a problem.
if he's trying to use it to conceal the filming like a camera that is already concealed, what would the blindfold matter is my point.
We don't know.
All right, let me continue.
Because the
then.
likelihood is that it might be in his hand and not surreptitiously
Oh,
placed
Or he could be,
within.
yeah,
It's
he could
pretty bold.
get on
yeah.
and off
Like,
while
pull
she's
it out the
blindfolded or
moment
something.
the blindfold
Even if it's
comes on.
a,
yeah.
One,
cam or
two-
something.
yeah, actually, yeah, a lot of those videos today are being taped by a phone
Yeah.
or like a small camera.
Mhm.
Well, that's true. They don't use like the professional setup with the lights.
All right. You know what, man? All right. So instead, I found I was taking it. I don't know why I didn't ask him to delete it. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, he Instead, I found out he was taking videos of him having sex with blindfolded or had to back my back to him. I was crushed. I told him he could never ever do it again. He said he was sorry and promised to not do it.
He's not
How
sorry.
did she find this out?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
It doesn't say.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I didn't ask him to delete it. Wait, did she consent to being videotaped?
No,
No,
he
No.
didn't.
no.
Then how does she know to ask him to delete it?
She
Maybe
found out.
She found the video.
videos.
Maybe she saw it
the
through
video.
his phone.
Yeah.
She found out he was taking the videos.
We
She
just don't know
said,
how she
We
found
just
out.
don't
Don't do it
how,
ever
right.
again. He said
Yeah.
he's sorry and promised not to do it.
But
Yes.
she didn't ask him to
But
delete
she forgot to say, hey, go
Can we
delete
go through
them,
the
by
mental
way.
exercise
This is
of imagining your reaction to watching, I don't know,
Yourself,
porn
basically.
something of your choice and
Oh.
finding yourself in there?
That's jarring. That's
I would
scary.
criticize the
really
lighting and
mad.
the audio for sure. That would be-
That would not
I
be
Very
my first
concerned.
concern.
I-
Would you
Mexico
would you
will be
sue
really
them for
upset.
$350?
Especially if I look
yeah,
fat.
I would do a
I would not
chargeback
like
if
it
the
at
lighting and
all.
audio was not good enough.
Oh
100%.
man, we're
Bruce,
crossing
Oh,
Bruce.
streams.
bad.
What
Oh my
would
God.
what would you do if you found your penis on Pornhub?
What?
Would you be offended, or would you be like, dude, what the fuck?
Well, did
Or
you
would you
put
be
it
like,
there, or
hell
did
yeah?
someone else put
Did
it
you
there?
put it
Can you
there?
tag
Obviously,
things? I would
I'm-
immediately
I-
tag it as mine. I don't know.
I'm immediately glad that I don't have a feature that would make it super recognizable.
I would want to tag it so I could participate in revenue sharing.
Like, hell yeah, that's me. That's on me, bitch.
Well, especially if you saw the video has like millions of views, be like,
Yeah.
where the hell's
That's
my money?
that
It's
would
I
be
know,
the
I want-
good
on there.
thing.
Yeah,
It would
you
be,
can claim that
oh, if I
revenue real
found
quick.
it and it had like 1,000 views versus finding it and it had like a 15
Yeah.
million views, I'd be like, hell yeah, man.
I want
What
my
if there was
bag
like a
for
bunch of
showing my bag.
downvotes on it, and like a comment's
Yeah,
like,
the
ew,
comments are like, this sucks.
what a small penis. What the fuck?
Doesn't fucking
Give me
matter.
the real
People are
penis.
paying to see it.
They're
Where's
gonna
my
be like,
money?
Sounds like you're
Yeah,
speaking
you
from
know.
experience.
Sucks.
Opinions are opinions. What do you?
Opinions are, like assholes.
Revenue is
Oh,
revenue.
boy.
Everybody has one.
Which
Everybody
presumably is now on Pornhub.
What is on Pornhub?
Your asshole?
Bruce's feet.
Your opinion?
Bruce's sexual
That
reactions
was
to
so
orgasm.
close.
Okay, what happened next? I want to know.
Here's the hot take. If
What
my
if he
face
found your
isn't
own face
showing,
on
does it
Pornhub?
matter?
Well, you might have a birthmark.
Oh, I guess that would defeat the O face. I mean, I don't know, man.
Oma might be in the background or something.
I don't know. There's so many layers to this. So I don't know why I didn't ask him to delete it, but I guess it shows how poor our relationship was and how little my voice was. He occasionally would say I was so hot and ask if he could film us again, but again during sex, but I always said no, and he needed to stop asking. Then August of 24, we went camping. I was suspicious that it would be the perfect setup to sneak another video of us. After having sex, I looked on his phone and found he'd taken 2 videos of me from behind, and I felt disgusted.
So again, phone camera and
After confronting him and deleting all the videos from his phone, I was really mad. September, he said he thought I was going to divorce him. I was shocked that he'd just roll over and let that happen and not try to save our relationship. Over the months that followed, he got more defensive and rude to the point of completely ignoring I existed. I had asked him for a wedding band. We never got one when we were married, and I said he needed to book couples counseling, individual counseling for him, talk to a doctor about his ADHD. Since when does ADHD lead to you recording sexual videos without your wife's consent? That doesn't connect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for me.
that sounds
No,
like an
there's-
odd relationship,
Yeah,
but
no.
okay.
No
we're going
relevance.
Omar,
into
here's
other
what happens when
areas.
humans tell stories. They add in weird details that
Oh, I'm aware.
have some sort of relevance, but
like,
you don't
what
have a
is
lot of
this?
context to the relevance, and then
That's
there's
why
like a
there's
whole bunch of
us
other
for
things
this kind
going
of job
on.
when people tell us their story.
Melissa, what's
we
the
take-
what's the 90-10 rule? 90% of what our clients initially tell us is irrelevant,
Yeah,
Yes.
Right?
And you only
exactly.
grab the 10% that's
and we're
Falling
reading
easy.
through all of the shaft.
exactly. We have to edit a
Summarize.
lot.
Yeah.
on a completely
TLDR.
separate tangent.
That's why I love telling people if you want to email it to me, it's great, so I can just proofread through it.
after
Yeah,
being
but-
on Flad the last time, I've somehow missing my wedding ring, and I don't know
Oh,
where it
oh,
went.
man.
shit.
What?
Oh man.
Yeah,
You're just gonna have to tell your wife, "Hey, man, I was working out. I didn't want to bend the ring with the bar." I'll tell you. I'm
no,
so
I was
jacked.
on Flad, and I could see it. Then I went to go pick up my son, and then as I'm walking into the facility, I noticed that it's gone, and I haven't been able to find it.
Oh no!
Do you know where it's at least?
No, I don't. That's the weird thing.
Shit. Well, men's rings are not expensive. You can just get another one.
It wasn't expensive. I was just super proud of the fact that we've gone like almost 8 years and I haven't truly lost it yet.
This is what's going to happen.
That
Dear
happened to
Reddit,
my
am I the
husband
asshole?
once,
My
and he
husband
lost
lost
it.
his wedding ring while
Right,
streaming
exactly.
with weirdos on the internet.
Yeah.
And I just
Talking
started
about
smacking him with
unconsensual
lasagna.
Pornhub submissions and whether or
Exactly.
not you could recognize penis.
Am I the asshole for you?
Oh, you guys are so minds in the gutter, man.
Have you met
I'm
us?
blaming all of you. Oh, by the way, Bruce, you know there's like a huge demand for your cooking channel to come back.
That's
I just
Brad.
want you to. I wanted to point, Brad. People want your
Somebody start the counter.
Yep.
people want your cooking channel to come back. Is all I'm saying.
Well, that's
All right.
news to me, but I appreciate everyone who have told Omar to tell me that my cooking channel should come back.
Well, I specifically said I miss like Sundays with Brad. What happened? You know.
We
all
got to
right.
check those breakfast
Ditto.
burritos for rings now.
Breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
The ladies on my
That's where it
couch
is.
are like carrying on about something. I'm not sure what it is. They said something this.
Keep
Keep reading.
Keep
All
going.
right. Melissa, do you want to read?
No.
All right. So it's been exhausting. He barely tries. What did I miss?
No, you're good.
Eventually he did. Okay. When he was worried I'd leave him or what his reputation work was at stake, but he says I'm his number one priority and he loves me and wants this to work out. I've asked for flowers or chocolate or something to show he is apologetic, but he's only done it in the past because he thought I was going to break up with him Saturday. Ladies, let me ask you a question. This is all the
Why are you
ladies
asking for that?
Yeah, that's
because
weird.
I'm trying to find if there's like a silver lining in here. Okay. Now, look, I'm not saying this is a silver lining. I'm not defending his actions. I'm just going to say that what if the reason why he took unsolicited sex videos of you was to enjoy them by himself later
Still need consent.
Yep.
when you weren't around?
Always.
But would that soften the blow somehow for the
No.
violation?
Nope.
All right. So he's still the asshole.
Because I already said no, and you did it anyway.
And I'm with that. I'm just trying to find what if there's like a silver. That's not even. a
And
thing.
on top of that,
That's your
she
point. I get what you're trying to say.
Mhm.
Like it's for his own pleasure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not criticizing that. But if I already said no, like you did it behind my back, I don't trust you. So
I agree with
could
that.
think like you're spreading it out
Yeah.
Or doing more with it. Yeah.
or doing
Yeah.
exactly.
Because we
And
keep on talking about the Pornhub scenario, which is like the worst case scenario. which
The
is unlikely,
worst.
right?
Yeah.
But what if it's just like his own private consumption? And even then, you guys are saying,
I don't even
which I
know why
understand.
he's posting this here.
What if she said, I really want to peg you? And he's like, no. And then he woke up to her pegging him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
How
you
would
don't
he
have
still be
consent.
asleep without
What is
breaking
that?
the
Yeah,
I'm not
penetration?
even
That's
gonna
what
ask.
wakes him up.
You
I'm
don't
just
have-
saying, like, if you didn't have, oh, well, I just
I'm
wanted
gonna-
to do it for
I'm
my
not
own
gonna ask.
pleasure.
I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
quiet.
Okay.
And then what if she filmed it?
Right.
You know,
Try and, like,
Double
yeah.
homicide.
Oh,
And
man.
she has childhood trauma.
is that a thing that women
Triple
like? Do they
homicide.
like pegging their men?
I've not
Yeah, I
tried
can't
it
believe
with my
it.
man, but
You want to clap cheeks with your husband? You want to clap your husband's cheeks?
I
hey,
mean,
if
the
he
husband does it the
if
other way
he
around.
said he was super into it and really wanted to try it, I'll try. I would
Yeah,
try
try.
it.
You wouldn't
A
want to
lemon
have a
wedge
schnitzel
fits in the
conversation
schnitzel.
like, hey, do you want to have a talk before we?
I'll be like, what color do you want? What size?
Oh, I want red with spikes.
Oh,
And I want you to spank my ass while you do it with this flagellum.
Spikes?
With spikes.
It's not a
Metal?
Guar
You know
concert.
where that's
I want you to
going?
play jazz on my back with the drums and the flagellum.
And the
Buddy Rich. Oh,
jazz flute.
the jazz flutes.
Yaz flute.
You guys are gross. Just want- you
Anchorman, man.
guys are. Oh,
You're
yeah.
the one who wanted spikes.
I'm
Yeah. Where the spikes come from?
Oh, it's the pleasure ridges that the Magnum
Ribbed for your
condoms
pleasure.
advertise.
You didn't say rib, you said spikes. Objection.
Very different from
It's
spikes.
ribbed for her pleasure and yours.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
This amazing.
Cue Brianna Banks' voice.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
my god.
Oh, never
jeez.
mind.
Oh.
Never do that again. I know what I asked
You.
for. I know what I did.
You asked for it.
I'm traumatized.
All right, so this guy, he cries for 3 days following Saturday because he wouldn't have anything to live for
What?
if we broke up.
Oh.
Guys always say stupid shit like that. It's never true. Sometimes it's true. But on average,
It's like,
What?
Coin flip. It might be true.
It might be true.
let's just okay. We'll take him serious. So later, saying ending himself was just an intrusive thought, and he wasn't going to do it. So I shouldn't tell my friends and family. He said he would change and be the husband I deserve. For the past couple of days, has brought me teas each morning,
Tears.
tears each morning, and finally bought flowers and chocolate, but still no wedding band. So the only grievance that she has is the unconsensual recording of sexual acts.
that's
And-
the only thing.
But in general, it sounds like he's.
But it's a
lacking
pretty
in
big
lot
thing,
of
granted. But
areas.
Of
I'm
course
just
it is.
is that the only thing? I feel like that could be worked on, is all.
I mean, it breaks trust.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge
Yeah.
invasion of trust.
Yeah.
It's like having sex with somebody else. It's the
But
same
that's why I
thing.
was
feels
trying to I'm trying to play this guy's lawyer. It's like, okay, yeah, so he did that, but he only did it because he wanted to like have something to look at when you were away.
Show
don't
us
give
the
a
evidence that
shit.
he didn't send it to anybody.
I don't have any. You're just gonna have to take his word on it,
Exactly,
and there's
we're
no
nev-
trust
we're
because we
never
destroyed
gonna
that
know.
because of the non-consensual recording, and I get it. And I'm not calling my client. I'm not saying that he's perfect. I'm just saying that he has warped ideas of what he wanted to try to do to be faithful. And in your absence, he wanted to look at you. And, you know, he did what he did. And that's wrong. And he's really sorry. He's never going to do it again. But he had the best of intentions in mind.
He already said he wouldn't do it again, and then he did. So I don't believe
That's
him,
true.
motherfucker.
That's
Well, then
thing.
maybe he's just a fucking asshole then. How about
He
that?
is,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah. He is the asshole.
He's the asshole.
He's the
Yeah.
asshole.
Because he let it go and then he did the same thing.
She should divorce.
So she's been seeing a therapist since September, been struggling with her mental health. I finally reached out to an SA. Oh my God. I don't want to make light of that. Is that a valid reason to call an SA clinic, sexual assault
For
clinic?
therapy?
Omar, remember
She
she
does
was
have
abused- she
trauma.
was abused
It's from
before.
her childhood,
Her
not from
previous.
this.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Valid.
Yes.
Valid. That is valid. I don't want to make anybody think that I'm making light of that at all. I was just, never mind. I'm going to move on. I had to ask him to book more couples counseling and his individual therapy because he hadn't since the offices were closed over the holidays. I asked him the other night, sleep in the other room, stop touching me. Eek, she's mad.
She feels violated.
Of course.
Mad.
I don't know why she's posting on Reddit. If she has a therapist, they should just,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you know,
Because she
kids
only
these
did it with
days.
strangers.
I think she should get divorced.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
She's
Hey, what are you guys all
She's
Gen X?
stretching this
I'm
out.
Gen X. Bruce
No,
is Gen
no,
X.
I am not Gen X.
Brad is
I'm a
Gen
millennial.
Millennial.
I'm a
That's a,
millennial.
what are
I'm a
millennials?
Gen
me
Z.
too.
Bunch of millennials and Gen X's. We don't have any Gen Z's except for
She is.
Dominic.
I'm a
No,
Gen Z.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Oh, Jocelyn,
98, baby.
98
Damn, Omar.
baby. Her and we got Dominic, and Dominic is in a hentai. So
What? Hello?
He has been saying that forever.
What is this?
Yeah, but he's not non-consensually recording
He's not
hentai.
non-
he makes
No,
sure he gets consent from his hentai characters before
Yeah.
he
Exactly.
violates them
Well, in
with
that
Peggy.
case, on
It's
my
all in the up and
friend.
up.
It's all in Japanese. They wouldn't understand anyway.
They wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
God.
Consensual tentacles are fine.
I can only plan on Dominic like this because I won our arm wrestling match in the
Oh,
Death
boy.
Note challenge. I just wanted to remind him of that.
She's not gonna let you forget it.
Yeah, he's never gonna get over it.
Yeah.
I've been training forearms for a while now, ever since that happened.
Oh, I bet you've been training forearms for a while, sir.
Some
Fucking
rematch
pervert.
coming up or
I don't want to
something?
know about that shit. And
Oh,
anyway, it's all
no.
about the
Oh,
biceps,
no.
sir.
No, it's all forearms.
It's all about functional strength.
Make sure to switch arms every once in a while.
You just made it way worse, Dominic. I've been exercising my forearms, bitch. I got you next
I'm
time.
Sure you have.
Oh, no.
I'm ambidextrous.
Or you're doing both
60
at the same
times
time.
a month. He's been looking after his prostate
60 a
health.
month. My God.
Insane.
He has to
What are you
ejaculate
into?
twice a
That
month to
doctors.
maintain reasonable prostate health.
What?
You know the funniest thing in the world? Being in the military, there's guys who would get snipped. And after you get snipped, you're forced to have a certain number of emissions
heard
in
about
order
that.
to ensure that you're shooting blanks properly.
I have
Yeah.
not
So-
They have
had.
to test the count, right?
I've been trying to get snipped, but I've heard about the 21 fun ones. I've heard about
And
that.
the funniest thing in the world
You're
is
just
that
making
you have to.
stupid excuses.
That's
No,
what was told
it's,
to me.
It's a literal. You have to get a prescription that says that you have to allow the service member to be able to relieve themselves 3 times a day in order to be able
3
to.
times
Oh
a
my
day.
God.
Yes.
That's
Doctor's
excessive.
orders.
If you want to hit 7 days,
Can you
fuck all of that, man.
can you call a friend?
No, dude. Well,
Can I
I'd
phone a
imagine the
friend?
purpose
Phone a
is it
friend,
to get
thanks.
rid of like the
Yes.
remaining sperm. Is that the
Yes,
purpose?
that's the
Yeah.
purpose.
So then you
This
can't
is like
call a friend unless
winterizing
you're
an
going to
RV.
ejaculate like
Yes.
non-conventionally. Is all
How
I'll
long
say.
do they
Just
survive
reminded
in
me of
there
when my husband
without
got-
Melissa's mom, I'm so sorry about
No.
the topics
This is-
of
yeah.
conversation.
Omar, my mom doesn't understand English. Remember that.
Then why is she listening to this show? It doesn't make any sense.
For support, that's all.
Hit the gear in the bottom corner and hit auto translate. And I'm sure
Google
it'll do a
Translate is
fantastic
going to be
job.
so
Captions.
Oh my God.
confused by us.
Listen to this. If sperm is not ejaculated, it stays in the man's body for about, guess how many days?
21
20.
days.
It's like 7 days.
30.
74 days.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
Isn't that insane?
But doesn't it just get absorbed back into the body?
After
Oh,
sex.
And so
Once you're
that you
done with
have
all
the
this.
strength of a grown man and a little baby, like Dwight
Oh,
Schrute.
it said, oh, yeah, you're right. If they're not ejaculated, old sperm cells are broken down and reabsorbed by the body.
Yes.
I paid attention during sex ed.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know who we're adding, but they don't want to be in here, and I'm pretty sure they.
I feel so bad. It's probably
Oh, do
well,
we
unless
have
it's
a-
Lauren. Lauren deserves this.
Where is Lauren? Hey, Lauren, you're late, and we're mad at you because we had so much fun conversation that we wanted you to be a part of. It's cool.
Yeah.
Whenever she comes in, she's still gonna.
Because the main thing Lauren wants to learn about is male anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is
Let me
this
tell you.
circle, Dominic? What is this circle? What
Somebody
is it?
joining.
It's
It's-
Jennifer, but he's not letting in.
Oh,
It's the-
Jennifer. Is that Jennifer Okatok?
I think so.
Hell yes.
I hope it's the right person. I mean, you
Did-
gave him the name.
Don't
so-
add a random Jennifer. I'm not for that. All right. Make sure she gets in. I should also be advertising the voicemail. There we go. Voicemail's on screen if you want to leave a voice. Jennifer, get on in here, man. I know that you want to participate in the pegging conversation. I got private chats. All
I
right.
can't believe you don't know what pegging means.
Who don't know what pegging means?
Oh dear.
You said loud.
Who?
Melissa knows exactly what pegging
No,
means,
I
man.
did
She knows
not. Say she didn't know.
Melissa
It's
is
a D.
not-
It's a D and the B.
Yes.
It's a what?
It's
A D and the
fake
B.
It's the fake D and the B.
And the male
woman
D.
puts on the strap
The male
on
D, yes.
and she
Oh,
claps
boy.
cheeks with her male partner.
Yes, yes.
Well, you
yes.
can
Yes.
also
Put on the
peg with a
strap.
real D.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
boy.
That wouldn't be considered pegging though, would
Yes,
it? That would
it's,
just
it's absolutely called pegging.
Is it
Really?
really? I would
Look
say
up
just call
our
it
pegging
straight.
on your Reddit, and you'll
Isn't that just
no,
like-
no, I am not doing that.
I'm not
You-
doing
I'm
that.
not
I'm just
gonna
saying, like,
mess with my
if
feet
it's a
like
real
that.
D,
I'm not gonna know.
isn't that just gay sex?
We recommend these
No.
communities because
No,
you
it's called
visited this one
pegging.
before.
My God.
Based
But
off of
anyway-
You guys have
previous threads.
offended integrity means all. She says, this is too disgusting with a poop emoji.
Oh my.
You guys need to clean up your act, man. What are we doing?
So
Everybody
our
get it
verdict
together.
was that this guy is an asshole. for
Yes.
doing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
this guy should not have done that. All right,
And
so
No, no,
she's in
get
therapy.
divorced.
Poster is not an asshole. For
No, the
wanting to get
poster is not.
divorced.
Her husband is.
Yes.
She says, I asked him the other night to sleep in another room. We talked
We
about
already
this, right?
went there, yeah.
We haven't had sex since early October. I don't let him see me naked anymore.
I think they're done.
Divorce.
I don't know if they're done,
Gavel.
but he's got a lot to make up for,
Said
is
well,
what
yeah.
I'll say. He might have had the best of intentions. It might have just been for his own pleasure that he did
Omar,
that.
what
but
are the best of intentions of recording somebody with?
It would have been my argument for him, which was not a perfect argument because he still violated her consent.
Yes.
I don't care
Um,
if you're my husband or a stranger. You need consent to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so there's
Exactly.
not any defending him. He
He's
broke the
irredeemable in
law.
my eyes.
He broke the law,
And her trust.
but he had the best of intentions in mind. He was just retarded in the way I can't say the R. He was just stupid in the way he went about it. And why is stupid better than using the R word?
That's what I was going to ask you. You can't use the R word?
People say that they wanted
It's
to
just
cancel
more
me in my last show.
straightforward. It's more clear.
All
They
right,
wanted to cancel you for that? Oh my God.
because I used the R. Lauren Knighty wanted to cancel me because I used the R word.
Oh.
I just
During
think
one
there
of her
there are
streams.
better choices.
Yeah.
A word.
of
Yeah.
words.
There's
And
better
there are.
clarity to be impeccable with your word
Yes, to be impeccable in my word.
when we
How
talk
do I
about
say
Like an
this?
pegging.
old word.
We're not talking. You know what? We're done with this hypo.
Okay. How many do we
Divorced.
have?
Gavel.
Divorced.
I got two more. I got
Okay.
two more. I'm hoping that Lauren could join us for at least a couple of these.
Man, we should get a gavel and then just like do
Who
that
wants a
whenever
gavel?
we finish.
We should.
Whenever we finish us
For flat?
and am I the asshole? Asshole. And then just like put the gavel down.
Dave Neal has one.
I think it's a.
I saw that Dave Neal has a gavel, and I immediately went on Amazon to look for one, and I went and did something else.
He also has a whistle and a ref hat for when he needs to discuss Bachelor drama and make a call on the field.
I told Dave Neal that I was jealous of his hair, and I told him that if he grew a beard, I might be having some feelings of confusion. He'd be an attractive man.
Okay, question
What's
is
the next
sexuality.
hypothetical?
Not that
also
I'd be
got his-
sexually attracted. I just say he'd be like a good-looking
You've
dude if
already
he had
said
a
it.
bird with
It's
a
already out of the air.
beard with long hair. I'm just saying it would look good on him. It would suit him. It would be a look that I would approve of. Not that it needs my approval. I'm just saying that he would look good with a beard. Is all I said. That's all I
Our
said.
next victim.
He's a baby face kind of guy. All right, let's
Baby face.
he does have a baby face. But he's got great hair, man. I'm jealous of his hair. My hair, when it's not like gel in it, like combed back, it does this. It like just
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
it does. I got
like
this
that guy.
curly, thick
Who was
hair.
the original Mike Tyson manager?
Don King.
Don
King.
King hair.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
I agree. Well,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it's cool or not, but that's what my hair looks like when it's
Yeah.
unkempt, without gel in it. That's was all I'm saying. Let me get this on screen. Wait, did I?
You went through many phases of your hair while I worked with you.
Oh yeah, I went clean shaven
Yeah,
or
no
buzzed,
beard,
right?
super short hair, and
Yeah.
then the beard.
Then it
and
went
like
COVID
a little...
beard
Oh,
with
oh my
the long
God, that
hair.
was disgusting.
Yeah, you didn't like the COVID beard.
Can you grow thick facial hair, Omar?
Just growing out.
Oh, I grew a
Yes,
beard. I grew a
total
beard during
beard.
COVID
Gross.
because, like, what are you gonna do?
Can you get it real thick?
He's like,
The beard?
There's nobody in the
I mean,
office
it was.
hair.
I don't give a shit, man.
Like
It's
for
like,
a year. I think it was a year and a half, maybe.
yeah, it's like. Then I was done with the beard, and now I have what I have, which is like a
Oh,
hybrid of the
yeah.
two.
But it can be thick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Matter of fact, she
Oh.
demanded it.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyways,
And there's
guys
no
are-
pictures or proof of this beard having a.
why would you want pictures
Oh,
of
wow,
thickness?
we're gonna
Somebody-
litigate it.
I hate to say it, but I have to hop off.
God damn it, Schnitzel!
I
every time.
I know. Blame my husband.
All right. Tell him to join.
He heard about pegging and he's like, get off
He
the
should
screen.
He's like, come here.
He should have joined the pegging
I
conversation.
go. Oh. Don't call for about an hour.
See ya.
Oh my.
Prep and everything.
All right,
Anyway,
Schnitz. Well,
have
you
a
have a
great
good
week, you
weekend.
guys.
We love you.
Thanks.
safe out
I
there.
love you guys too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye. As Dominic returns from the restroom. All right. Let me. What did I do with my? Here we go. This person wants to know if they are the asshole who are protecting their sister-in-law who cheated on her brother. I don't know. What do you guys think? Initial thoughts.
I need a block
Why did she
diagram
cheat?
of this. There's-
Protecting
Let's
my
create a
sister-in-law
Venn
who
diagram.
cheated on my brother. Her brother must
So
be an
he's
asshole or
picking-
something.
yeah.
He's picking the non-blood relative
Yeah, the non
over the brother.
Yeah, but we need to know why.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Hmm.
always a reason behind it.
Well, let's see. So 2 years ago, our family was caught in a huge drama. My sister-in-law had a month-long affair with someone from her night courses. It's always in night courses, ain't it? At that time, could I just say,
Keep going.
Learning after dark.
learning after dark, man, something happens funny. People, when I was in law school, you know what? I
You
can't.
never
No,
did
we're going on
not.
a tangent. We're going on a tangent.
We're going to go on a
Keep
tangent
going.
that we don't need to go on. At that time, my brother was absolutely destroyed. He wanted to divorce her. It was hell for almost 3 months. But he ultimately decided to stay married to her and work through it in counseling. I wasn't a fan of that idea, but it's his life. And I think he stayed mostly for, is that Lauren? Jennifer? Oh, it's not
There we
Oka
go.
Talk. It's Jennifer Bradley. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
You missed the whole pegging discussion.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
boy.
No, wait a minute. Hold on.
Forward.
Hold on. I got a problem. Of course I do, right?
Oh,
You know
God
it.
damn it, Jennifer. Well, we can
Too
hear
many
you just
spikes?
fine.
Hang on.
If you can't hear us, we can hear you. Is the writer a guy or a girl? Oh, let's see
It's a.
who the writer is.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Stephanie B says, my ex-boyfriend cheated on me while in law school. What is with
I'm
that?
having major
Oh,
problems again. I'm
damn.
sorry, it's my fault.
I'll tell you what it is, Stephanie, could you, Jennifer, could you hear us? Because I could hear you just fine. I'll tell you what, Dominic, get on the horn with Jennifer and try to work out her issues, and then we'll bring her in while we're in the midst of it. So here's the thing about law school. Law school is
A very interesting place.
Very interesting time.
well, here's the thing. It takes up like 18 to 20 hours of your day every single day, 7 days a week.
Even
And
night school?
especially night school.
Dang.
You still got to pass the bar. You still got to you got to learn what you got to learn. There's no shortcuts to law school. And so you get in there and the only people that you interact with is the people that you're studying with. If you go into law school while you're married or in a relationship, it's bound to end. Because your partner's not going to be spending enough time with you, or they're going to be spending time with others, and inevitably what's happened to Stephanie is probably what's going to happen. And that's just how it goes. It's law school rules.
Like med school.
It's almost exactly like med school. Like you're spending all of your time with
takes up
all of
all
these
of your
other
time.
people. And not just during the day. I'm talking about you have classes from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and you're in the library from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then you're in the books from midnight until 3 or 4 a.m. And then you do it all again the next day.
Then you go to bed for like 2 hours.
There's
and then
only so
straight up.
much interaction you have to give to anybody. So you're basically isolated away from your partners and with these other people that are studying the same thing. Some people, look, it becomes like this big orgy in law school if you're not with people. And for people that are with people, it's really hard for them to stay together because of the pressures and the isolation that occurs in law school. So for Stephanie, I don't know what her situation was.
So don't date anyone in law school.
But it doesn't
unless you're in law
surprise
school
me
too.
that her ex-boyfriend cheated on her while in law school. What Jocelyn just said. And even then, it's probably best just to be single. If
During
you're going to
that
go to law
time.
school, just be single. It's really difficult on whatever relationship is going to happen. It's just hard. It's hard. The Crow says, that's what happened to my brother-in-law. Stephanie says, and I lived an hour away and I only saw him on the weekends. Exactly.
Damn.
That leaves Monday to Friday. And I imagine those weekends were not like Saturday and Sunday. It was probably like Sunday from like 6 to 8.
2 hours.
Because it requires that level of commitment if you're going to survive. They grade on a curve in law school. You can't just like learn the material. You got to learn the material and be better than everybody else. And so you got 100 people and you're graded. Everybody's going to know all of the answers to the test. Everybody's going to turn in A-level work. But the bottom 10% flunk out of law school. The top 90% get to stay. And the bottom 50 to 80% or 90% are put on scholastic probation, even though they're doing A-level work. And so the pressures are enormous. The anxiety is enormous. The stress levels are enormous. If you walk into a situation in a relationship in that kind of environment, best of luck to you, is all I got to say. So what Stephanie is saying, I understand it. I lived it. I understand it. I get it. But integrity means all comes in to say, I barely studied, to be honest. Well, fuck you, because I am not that
You want
smart
a cookie?
to have gone through all of that and not studied. Man, I studied my ass off. I'm not that smart to not have to study at all in law school. I promise you that. I'm assuming that integrity means all is also a lawyer. Yeah, my memories of law school were of constant studying and fucking around and having fun, and it was a trying time, to say the least.
Maybe that's the one thing that people misunderstand about law school is you're not there to learn case law to then try and regurgitate it. You're there to learn procedures and things about how the law is executed.
Yeah.
Because once you're outside of school, you have mostly all the time in the world to research all the case law that you want and how it applies to the different situations. But it's the flow of how the law is executed that you need to learn.
Well, it's not that. Like, yes, but you got to learn the case law. You got to learn all the law. But everybody's going to know the law. You have to separate yourself from your law student colleagues. All of you guys are learning the same thing, and the ones that learn it better are ranked ahead of you. And ranking is everything when it comes to law school. If you're in the top 10% of your class, you're going to get the best jobs, the best scholarships, the best internships. If you're in the bottom 50%, then you're damn near kicked out of law school. And so you got to survive the entire 3 years. Some schools are different than others. Integrity means all must have been like super genius and one of these like few like dicks. I used to be really jealous. Like, oh, I got a 180 on my LSAT. I barely studied. I just got whatever. I callied all my courses. Fuck off, dude. You know what? Go sit over there with the smart people. You see, I had to work my ass off to pass law school.
Those are the
up,
guys
Jennifer?
I would
How you
bully for
feeling?
lunch money.
Oh, yeah. There's some people that are gifted like that. I was not one of them.
Yeah, there is.
Hey, Jennifer, could you hear me?
Hey, I can. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
good. Did you work out your issue?
Oh,
Well,
sure.
you
Yeah.
sound. She's like, oh, there's so many.
That is true. Well, I'm sorry I was late. It is snowing in the south.
No, you're
So-
good, man. I'm jealous of your weather, man. It's like 70 degrees over here, and I hate it.
Oh, I love cold weather. I love cold
Oh,
weather.
I love the snow. I love the cold weather. I like to be sub 40.
Yeah, we never get snow here. It's always, I lived on the lake for, I don't know, a lot of years, and it was one pocket, never snow, always ice. So it's good to actually see snow versus ice.
Yeah, we have not had like an actual winter over here. It's kind of pissing me off.
Well, see, I
Like,
don't have
low-key.
snow clothes. I don't have snow clothes because if it snows here, okay, tomorrow it's gonna be 55 or 60. So what's the point, right?
Yeah.
It's probably
Jennifer,
like
I just want to let you know you don't have to censor yourself. And I was talking shit about you and your buddy coming on and like taking over the show. I meant that to say that you really should like start your own. You gotta start your own YouTube channel. You're really good. And if you come in my show and take over the show, then God damn it, you need to get yourself your own show.
I'm doing something right if I can take over your show, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I go
Thank
on other
you.
people's show. Like I went on Lauren Nighty's show, and Bruce was like, "You can't just take over Lauren's show." And I was like talking all kinds of shit and doing all this
does it.
craziness and like having a good time. It's like I didn't mean to. I was just like, just having a good time. Like a
Yeah,
guy
it is a
that I was beefing with was like in an embarrassing spot. I was taking advantage.
I enjoy being on here, so thank you for having me.
Okay, let's get on to this person whose sister-in-law cheated on my brother, and they're protecting him. So, sister-in-law has a month-long affair with someone from her night courses. That's how we got in the law school conversation. So they wanted counseling, whatever. I wasn't a fan of that idea, but it's his life. I think he stayed mostly for their kid, but I honestly think it's been terrible for him. Since then, everything has been miserable. My parents openly hate her now. She has stopped coming to family meetings because it's outright hostile to her. Their kid still comes around. My mother often badmouths her in front of him. He's only 3. It's confusing for him. My brother and I went on a road trip recently to pick up our granddaughter or grandmother and bring her to my parents' house for the holidays. It was 4 hours there and 4 hours back. So during the drive, he started talking about the rules they have in their marriage now. Here's what he told me. Sister-in-law has to come straight home after work. Oh, get shit.
Keep going. I want to know.
I know, but it's already starting out bad.
It already started
okay.
really bad.
She can only go out if he's with her.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's the way to keep your just grip the bird a little bit tighter, right? The caged bird.
That's so
I know
annoying.
why. Jennifer, what's that song? I know why the caged bird sings.
Yeah.
You know I hate birds.
God damn it, Jennifer, you're not cooperating.
Caged bird. I don't know. I think caged the elephant or.
It's a country. It's a country song. I'm pretty sure that originated
I'm
with
country since
Vaudeville.
I'm so southern.
I don't know.
I did assume that you listen to country music. I did make that assumption.
You did. You assumed.
I listen to country music. I ain't got no problem with country
Occasionally, I
music.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, every
I'm
now
more
and
of a
then.
Caribbean girl. I'm
I'll
stuck in
throw
the
in some
80s.
Willie Nelson, some Johnny Cash. I'll throw in some Linda Ronstadt. I'll throw in some,
Okay, so she goes from
She's
work
like, shut
home,
up,
home,
Omar.
work.
Wait,
Oh,
she's
boy.
not getting interesting.
Yeah. She's
All
not
right.
allowed to go out if it's
She
not
can't
with him.
go out unless it's with him. He inspects her phone every few days and can do
Okay, that's
surprise checks.
stupid. Uh-huh.
She can just buy another phone, dipshit. It's not that
She can
expensive.
just delete everything, but okay. Uh-huh.
Exactly. She had to cut off all her friends.
That's even more stupid.
That's
No.
wild.
What
He's
what
going
do the
about this
friends
all
do?
wrong.
Yeah.
Really,
All wrong.
Okay.
really
what
going
else?
downhill.
Can only Jesus Christ. The women are
Means all must
I
have
can
been like-
feel the energy.
So he's basically isolating her.
Yeah.
in a very serial killer-ish style.
What
The
else?
stupidest thing you could.
She can't talk to her family.
She has tracking apps on her phone and AirTags on her car, purse, even in her running. That's a bit much.
Wait, car, purse, even where?
Running shoes.
Oh my god.
I don't know how he fits them in the running shoes, but he
You
does.
can. I know.
Shoelaces?
Put him on like the shoelaces. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Too intense.
Again,
I would say that it's not.
when
but,
people say it's not real, it's like, what's the incentive to make a fake Reddit post? I don't get it.
No,
Clout.
True.
People
What
do it.
clouds?
no.
Karma.
This is.
Yeah,
I've seen people who are this crazy.
It's wild.
I've
Yeah,
dated people that are this crazy.
Yeah.
That's
we
why
know.
they are exes.
Exactly.
She has tracking apps. Okay, so she does all the housework. Meanwhile, he has given himself a free pass to sleep with other. Get the fuck out of here! All right, now it's not.
Yeah, asshole. Next.
Great. So she did that.
She
Okay.
did like a record
You
scratch
agree
right
with
now.
her now.
Oh,
she
there's
has
no
to
chance
work.
this is real.
No.
He said
You
she
are the
has
asshole.
to do
No.
all the housework. She's basically isolated, and you can cheat on her.
I can't even blame this one on Dominic. Dominic, this one is me. I picked this one. I didn't read it ahead of time,
what else?
obviously. All right,
What
so
else?
he got defensive. He told me I didn't understand what it was like to be cheated on. But I do. I've been cheated on. It was devastating. Let me ask everybody a question. I feel like cheating is so prevalent that I'm willing to venture a guess that everybody on the panel today has been cheated on in some capacity.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yep.
Jennifer, Bruce, Brad?
Dominic. Lucky one.
I'm not sure.
Dominic.
Not that I
brace
know
yourself
of.
because
Dominic
it's going
didn't
to
know it,
happen.
but it
That
was happening.
Shit sucks.
It's going to
Never.
happen.
Yeah.
Never happened to me, never will.
God.
No, it's
damn.
going to. I'm sorry.
Dominic, she
What a
had three
lucky
dudes
one.
on the side that you were
You
part
didn't
of a
even-
roster. You
just
didn't even know
You
it.
just didn't catch her, honestly. That's what happened.
You were
No,
like
it
second
could
string,
happen
man.
in
She
the
was like,
future.
she thought that you were innocent and cute and stuff, and just like, oh, he's so beefy, but like, but he just doesn't move me. He doesn't know Shakespeare like this other guy, fucking Chad over here. Chad likes Shakespeare, and then the other one likes Taylor Swift. And she's like, I like Dominic, but he's in a hentai, and that's kind of weird.
It throws me off a little.
But he's cuddly and stuff. That's
He's beefy and cuddly.
So it was devastating.
oh, I'm just kidding, Dominic. Nobody would ever cheat on you. I've been cheated on. I joined the club on that one. I've been alive long enough.
In there.
All right. So he shrugged it off, said she deserved it for what she did. What did I miss? I couldn't believe he's lost sleep. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I told him it sounded like he was punishing her, not rebuilding their marriage. He shrugged off, said she deserved it for what she did. I asked him if he even loved her anymore or if he hated her, because from what she was describing, it sounded like he stayed married just to make her life miserable. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think of that?
It's true.
He got defensive, told me I didn't understand what it was like to be cheated on, but I do. I've been cheated on. It was devastating. Separated now. I'm happy because I didn't want to live in misery with someone I couldn't trust. I told him he wasn't just making her miserable. He was making himself miserable too. Co-sign on that. He's poisoning everything for both of them, and their child will be stuck in the middle. I asked him if he would prefer to separate, co-parent, move on, to find someone he could actually trust. I said it would be better than living in this constant resentment. He didn't want to hear it and said I should mind my business. So when we got to my parents' house, I asked to speak with sister-in-law privately. I wanted to see if she was okay, but because this sounded awful. She broke down crying, admitted she feels trapped, but is staying for their son. She begged me not to tell anyone, so I promised I wouldn't. Later, my brother found out. We had talked. He got furious. Fuck that guy. He accused me of protecting her and interfering in this marriage. My parents agreed with him
Of course they fucking did.
and said I should have stayed out of it. They think she deserves everything she's getting for what she... That's the problem here. His parents don't give him any... They're probably the kind of parents
Because
that never
he's the
gave him any
golden-
consequences.
No, I get it. She's a woman. The OP's a woman. He's a guy. He's the golden child. I 100% sure am it. I don't have any proof, but I don't have any doubt.
Jennifer, are you raising
Yeah.
children?
No.
Are your do you have
Thank
children
God.
that are grown?
No.
Oh, well, good for you. Does
Thanks.
anybody in this panel have children other than me?
No.
Me? What?
Brad does.
Oh, Brad does.
Gee
Brad,
whiz.
how old is your boy?
He's 3.5.
Does your boy have consequences at 3.5 years old?
Yes. Whether he recognizes them is a different story.
Mhm.
For sure. No, man. It is the hardest. It's not even the hardest thing, but part of a parental responsibility as the father of a 4 and a 5-year-old is to make sure that your child understands that the universe doesn't cater to them. I want apple juice. Well, we don't can have apple juice. You don't say fucking, but you tell them that, look, we have what we have.
Oh, no, I make sure to
water.
include the expletive.
You have to introduce your child to this idea that the universe was not designed as their utopia. That they're not here because it's heaven on earth. They're here because they have an objective and a job to do, and sometimes things are not going to be to their liking, and you're going to have to just get over it. And my youngest, my 4-year-old, oh, she's in that stage for like the last year and a half. Every time, her method of getting her way is to furiously cry, throw the 2-year-old, 3-year-old tantrum. She's gonna be turning 5 in
March.
June.
In Wait.
March is Olivia.
Ollie. You're talking about Abby.
Abby.
Okay.
It's in June. She'll be 5 in June.
Yeah.
But like she's
Oh my God,
just now starting to get over this idea that she can cry and pull on dad's heartstrings to give her whatever on. Look, I will give her. Look, if she asks me for, Dad, could I have some chocolate? All right, here's the Snickers bar.
Okay.
Don't tell your mother, you know. But when it comes to like the big stuff, you know, like I want my tablet, Dad. It's bedtime. I don't want to go to bed. I don't like. You have to go to bed because you have to get up early in the morning.
You're using your big voice.
Oh, she don't like the big. I feel like you're being rough with me. He's like, I'm not being rough with you. I'm speaking with you like a regular person. You have to get up early in the morning, and every time you get up early in the morning, you don't like to get up, and there's consequences if you don't. The whole thing, right? The whole parenting. Yeah, my daughters don't like my big voice.
Your big
My
voice.
my son has recently
But
discovered
I feel like
my
they are learning manipulation.
Of course they are.
They
They're
know
women.
how to get one over on their dad.
They're girls.
It's like, oh, if they cry and they
It's
act
part
all
of our
cute and stuff, like
way
daddy's
of
going to
being
give in.
raised.
Most of the time, that's true. But when it comes to bedtime, nope, we're done with you. It's 8 o'clock. It's bedtime. You all got to go to bed. That's just how it is. But I've also.
Yeah, shepherds.
Oop, muted.
Oh, I thought that was me.
Muted.
Oh, what is happening?
Omar, you're muted.
Omar, you are muted. Can they hear us?
No,
Ah.
they can't.
No, can't hear
Yes.
it.
Omar.
Or the girls.
Can't. Oh boy.
Nope, we're just gonna completely lose it.
I gotta work on my moose
Yeah.
sign language.
Like,
They're just having their own conversation.
What? Can they even see us?
well, at least they're not
He
staring. at
never
the
looks at his
computer like I
screen.
am.
This is our chance to take over the channel, Brad.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
the insurrection of family law after dark.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell Omar my parenting is with dogs, and I had
Oh,
I'll tell y'all that another time. I won't take over the show.
Well, we don't have anything else to do.
I know, right?
This is
But-
crazy.
But I was gonna say, my son recently found out my drill sergeant voice, and it's to the point where I raised my voice, and then his face drops, and then you're like, oh no, and then it's like, oh god, no, I stepped in it.
Uh-oh.
Do you guys do they still do like the full name, like you knew when you were in trouble and your mom would be Jennifer Renee?
That
You
was a
know-
requirement for picking names, is that we had to yell it
flows.
in order to be able to flow.
Right. That's right.
There he goes.
The girls
Yeah.
are there. Omar's gone.
Yeah, but they
That is funny. Like, my dog has an invented middle name because of, I mean, I guess all names are invented, but like, yeah, my
Yeah.
dog has a middle name for a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here we go.
oop,
Oh,
maybe now.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
What's up,
Gone
Stephanie?
again.
It's another we were aware.
Oh, we got the robot voice.
Okay,
now.
here's
This
that
is terrible.
Oh.
It sounds like someone's.
Hear me?
We can hear you, but it sounds like someone's pinching the wires and then letting all the bits accumulate. Then you let it go, and it's all coming at the once.
All right,
Robot voice.
get on it.
Go to go to settings.
This is terrifying.
Settings, and then go to audio.
Audio.
Yeah,
I can hear my mic
Ooh.
just fine.
Oh,
It shows it. Yeah.
it's so terrible.
You might have to reboot the Roadcaster.
Yeah.
Okay. Can anybody hear me? Could anybody
Not
hear me?
really. Not. You sound like
It's awful.
You could dance with the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to go to private chat and tell them
This?
Yeah.
yeah.
your audio
Like
is
this one.
back.
Um,
Sounds like busted robots
That's right. That's right.
on fire. No, maybe not fire. Busted robots underwater. Yeah, underwater.
I just texted Omar, so we'll see if.
Good time for a break for the girls.
You are. This is Terry. What does that mean? You are. Wow.
Oop, it's phone Omar.
We're in big trouble now. You doing anything fun, Brad? Just watching the Lions in the playoffs, or do they have a bye?
We've got the
bye,
bye,
right?
so
Oh my gosh.
So I got to watch the Packers. I got to watch
Vikings.
the
Monday night.
Vikings. See what the Commanders can pull up.
The Vikings game got moved because of these fires there in Arizona, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna
Instead of
say,
LA.
nice to see that Omar is not in a pile of ash, but
I know. Oh my gosh, it's scary out there.
Yeah, I thought about that.
You
I was
are.
going to say, now who are the Panthers playing this weekend? That's a joke.
I was joking with someone in Discord, and it's like Cincinnati has put all of their or benched all of their starters for Week 19, and it's like, yeah, of course they did because they're not playing.
I went to one game this year, and I usually go to quite a few. The only reason I went is my best friend, who just moved back to North Carolina from California. Her daughter is a Swiftie, and so I got her really good tickets from a former football player that I know, and she just wanted to side of Taylor Swift, even though Taylor wasn't there. Of course.
Test.
There we go.
Oh boy.
This is brought to you by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
It's
You
a
know
little-
now?
Yeah,
we-
Better, but there still might be something wrong with it.
Does it sound like garbled? Does it sound like
it's better.
Oh, here we go. We're better,
Yeah.
I think.
you sound
All right.
good. So,
Jocelyn's looking at porn on her phone.
No,
Dang.
I'm not. If anything, I found you guys were muted because of this. So
Would you film
you're
it with
actually
consent?
welcome.
We're over here trying to do like signs and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
Omar, pay attention to us, and you're over there talking to the girls. Like,
Didn't you understand? I was trying to be like, I can't hear in my antlers what you are saying.
I
I
don't
have a
consent to
whole-
pegging porn being played in my office. So I just wanted
Oh,
to point
boy.
that out to Jocelyn.
Is it consensual though?
It is
might have
not.
she might
No,
have gotten consent.
I have been
I
sexually
wish you did.
assaulted.
What?
Just showed up on my
Oh.
Reddit feed somehow.
Melissa went to take a piss. Where did?
Oh,
Yeah, she
boy.
went to the restroom.
All right, she's Let us continue.
Very crude.
Oh no, is the Hollywood sign really burning?
No,
No,
I think
it's
that was
not.
fake.
that was fake.
Yeah,
I was gonna. That was gonna be a big one.
but
man.
that looked really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of wish
Um,
it was burning.
By the way, you know what I learned yesterday when I did my impromptu stream? I learned that I should always just take a breath, and before I get into my mode, I should just keep an eye on chat.
Yeah.
Always.
Because they were trying to tell me that my mic was fucked up. And the entire stream, and then I did the show. I was like, well, I did it now. Well, it's over.
Comments, super chats, texting.
We
We tried everything.
I know, but when I get in my mode and there's nobody to stop me, I just go. I just go.
Wow.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie, for letting me know that we're muted. It worked out today. It worked out today.
Oh, you go.
The Crow says, I love y'all's weirdness. Is it my weirdness or is it like Jennifer's weirdness? Because I feel like she brings the weird every time she comes to the
Y'all.
chat.
It's not a bad thing. We love
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Brad sort of brings weirdness, and Bruce is talking about he was talking about being seduced by his microphone before the show even started, man. I have no responsibility for that.
Oh,
If
Well,
you
you were the
ever
one
get
who
Dominic,
brought up how like the makeup makes people crazy or whatever. I don't know.
Did I talk about makeup making people
Just
crazy?
that one guy in your case was complaining or whatever. And Mel
On
Gibson
my case?
The Natalia one.
from the previous video.
oh, I
Oh,
want to
really?
watch that. I'm going to watch that. I can't wait to hear it. Can't wait to hear you.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Well, long story
Whole
short,
tangent. It's a lot of backstory.
yeah,
Okay.
the mans are frauds, and we're using Natalia for her SSI benefits. That's the long and short of it. Go learn all about it. But if you've been
will.
following that case, there's
The Barnetts, or was there another?
there was the Barnetts.
find
They
it.
were that was the original season, but the
Right.
Manses are the ones that rescued them from all of that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Turns
yeah.
out they were a
Oh.
bunch of fucking creeps.
Yeah. A lot of people out there are.
Well, them specifically, and have been stealing her money from her for 11 years. Anyway, let us continue with this. Hey, is Melissa okay?
You got to share it.
Um.
You gotta show your screen.
Oh, did we finish the other one?
No,
I think
maybe.
we
I
were
think we all
universal
just
in
saw
that,
this.
not the asshole in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. That guy was the golden child and all of that.
Mhm.
Okay. So we got to my
Wrongs don't make
parents'
a right.
house. Later, my brother found out we had talked. He got furious, accused me of protecting her, and fuck that guy. That guy needs to grow up a little bit. I didn't give my take on this one. This guy needs to grow up. He is the asshole, not you. This idea that he's been cheated on and that gives him carte blanche to go and fuck anybody and, hold her captive in her own house is ridiculous. This is not flowers in the attic. This is not that kind of party. And so, look, if he thinks that his victimization entitles him to all of that, who wants to maintain or not even maintain a family with a guy like that? And so if you find that there's injustices being committed against your sister-in-law and you find it within your moral compass to defend her, I'm not going to blame you for that. Your brother's a fucking asshole.
Mhm.
And
that's all I got to
makes
say
all
about
moose blind.
Hell yes.
Mhm. That reminds me of the Micah Miller case.
Micah Miller. Oh, the creep that was abused by her pastor husband.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm really following that one pretty deep. And
I'm about to cover that one
I'd
next
like
week.
to beat the fuck out of him is what I'd like to do.
I bet you probably could. He's slap him across the face. He'll cry like a little schoolgirl.
I know, lay in the ground. Oh
There's
my
no
God.
chance that guy's not getting pegged secretly by his.
Well, apparently he's having some Asian women at his house and stuff. So, yeah.
If I were to venture a guess into Bruce's sexual proclivities,
Oh no! Wait, what does this have to
What?
do with anything?
nothing.
What
Nothing.
did I
at all.
He likes big, burly female mooses.
he likes big, burly Asian mooses. What are you gonna do?
What?
Nothing, man.
Even
There's no reason for me to say what I just did.
What is happening?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
What is it with the white guy thing? Why do so many white guys like Asian women? Could you explain? Could either of you explain that to me?
There's the stereotype, I believe.
Not that nothing
Stereotype,
attractive
yeah.
about Asian
No,
women. I'm
no,
just like, why is it such a stereotype that it's like
I just
older
think-
white men
I
with
think
Asian
it's
women?
from back
there
in the day,
is.
mail order bride shit. Maybe. I don't know.
But the thing is mail order brides is mostly Eastern European women now. There's not a whole lot.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that my brother went to Thailand, and what his report to me was, bro, there's like all the rich white dudes that are over there, like just banging all the Asian women, and like it's like a thing over there. And they're like, there's this whole culture. Whenever there's white guys that go over there, they flock to the white guys because they got money and they're trying to get green cards. This is not coming from me. This is coming from my brother who served in the military when he was on duty over there.
There is
what
a
reason? I don't know.
Okay.
There is a subculture in today's dating phenomena called passport bros, of getting your passport and going overseas in order to date women that, in their view, take better care of themselves, are much nicer to their husbands or partners, whereas today's American dating population are not similar to that.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that, but I understand it.
But so they would much rather have a much nicer foreign woman than, I mean, even if you go to like Portugal or Brazil and get yourself a nice Latina mommy, then
what was that, Brad? Would you explain that again?
I said go to Portugal or Brazil.
A Latina mommy. You have to define that for me.
MAMI.
I'm scared.
And say spell it.
I'm in danger.
Danger
Just kidding, Brad. I'm solely kidding.
But no, look, that is a dating or modern dating culture phenomenon that's going on.
It is. I gotta tell you, if I was a single man and I were a passport bro, I think I would probably travel to Italy. But it would not be for the purpose of like securing a wife. Like, what's the point of that? Like, I don't understand the mentality to go international to find a wife.
Right?
Just go international to like go experience life and have a good time. Like what are we doing?
If you have to go international, that's kind of sad.
I would like to be invaded by Canada.
Bruce wants to be invaded by Canada.
I'm down for that. I'm game for that.
Right?
You know, they are fighting our fires over here in LA. The Canadians. They got the Canadians over here fighting our fires.
When we're not crashing drones into their fire or their aircraft.
When we're not protecting the Delta smelt.
Oh, geez.
Good old Canadians.
Oh, Bruce, you should have saw my show from yesterday, man. I talked all kinds of shit about Newsom and California
I did see
leadership.
The audio was kind of troubling, but
I heard, and I didn't realize until I had completed the entire stream, and I found like 20 missed calls, people trying to get my attention. Like, oh, that's why I have Dominic around. When I'm left to my own devices. All right, let's go on to this last hypothetical.
Before this next one, I think I'm going to drop because I got to go pick up my boy. So.
Oh well, yeah. Don't hold him up on account of us.
Yeah,
it's just not worth it.
But thanks for the.
So weird.
Yeah. Hey, Brad. I just want you to know that we love you. The Tilted family loves you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
And we wish you the best. Have a good weekend.
Yep.
And have a good time with your son.
Yep. Appreciate it. See you guys.
Bye.
All right. Don't let your wife watch this one.
Oh no, she doesn't watch anyway.
All right, we got Melissa back. You okay? You better? You're fine?
We're gonna get Brad in so much trouble.
Oh,
I need Fiji water.
Sometimes I consider the things I say to Brad, and I wonder if it gets him in trouble. I really do. Oh, all right. You know who we're missing, Jennifer? We're missing your buddy Amy.
I know. It's been a few weeks since I've talked to her.
Y'all need to start your own YouTube channel. If you started your own YouTube channel, I would be a guest on your show.
Oh yeah, I've already told you you'd be number one.
I would be at your mercy. Y'all could say whatever you want. I just have to
be careful.
respond.
Omar will try and take over your stream, though.
Bro, do not question the depths of how far down I will go. All right, man. Let's get to this last one so we could finish. It's been an eventful Flad. I would say that. The only person we're missing is Lauren. I miss Lauren. I was gonna go on her live stream the other day, but I got a flat tire.
Oh no.
And she was clowning me for being a basic bitch. She said I'm a basic bitch because I got a flat tire, and I was
Yeah, how dare you get a flat tire?
These things happen.
Yeah, Omar, how dare you?
Oh, I won't. You know what? I'm not even going to implicate myself for why I got the flat tire. I'm just saying.
You're gonna make it sound worse.
Oh yeah, I was texting and driving.
Oh.
I was texting and driving. It was all bad.
Right here, officer.
Yes. All right. So, all right. Good. Am I the asshole for not wanting to hear my husband's side of the story? That kind of makes you an asshole.
Depends
but let's hear what she's talking about.
That's just the title?
Yeah.
That's the title.
Okay.
So my husband was fired from his job today for sexual harassment.
No, you're not the asshole.
Yikes. First sentence is not.
Before I go any further,
It doesn't sound really good.
Before I go any further, could I give you some examples of sexual harassment accusations that I've seen over 11 years in practice?
Yeah.
One lady accused somebody of sexual harassment because he said that she sounded like this famous Spanish television character that was a female that was famous for being drunk all the time. And he said that she sounded like her, and she sued him for sexual harassment on that basis. That's one example. Another example is this lady accused my client of committing sexual harassment for complimenting her sweater because it was particularly pink that day.
Oh my God.
Sexual
Oh,
harassment.
remember the one?
How could they?
Morgan Freeman, the news anchor that said that.
I went over that last week.
Mhm.
Morgan Freeman, but I'm not going off. I'm going off of just my cases.
Your personal. Okay.
My cases.
Uh-huh.
There was another lady who
More or
accused.
less pink.
Who knows what shade of pink? It could be anything.
I mean, how can it be more or less pink on any given day?
At least he's not.
Because there's, there's pink, and then there's I don't know, different shades of
Fuchsia?
pink. I don't know.
Hot pink.
Yeah,
soft
but
pink.
like a sweater should be one color.
If I were to show you like light pink and
This
dark
one's
pink,
different
would you
pinks.
differentiate
Yeah.
between the two?
Yeah,
If
there's
there was
Fuchsia.
contrast.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know
But
that
those
if you
would
didn't
be
see them.
Those would be two objects. We're talking about one object.
Yeah. She
Permanent.
literally accused him of sexual harassment because she goes like, "Oh, that's a nice pink sweater."
That's it. Sexual
And then
harassment.
her response to that was he was obviously talking about vaginas.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
felt threatened and
Wait.
sexually harassed.
Was
He
her
was
sweater pink?
obviously talking about.
That's what she
vaginas?
said. That was the
Did you
pleadings.
take the case?
It was my client. I had
You
no
took the
choice.
case?
I was working for a law firm at the time. And so my firm
Oh,
took the
God.
case and I was the associate assigned to the case. Another instance of sexual harassment was my client was the defendant in a case where he was accused to have stared at this lady for too long.
Mhm.
That was it. That was it. And he's like, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. She's like 70 years old. It's like,
Omar,
Well, I
Omar,
told you
don't
guys
judge
I work
people by their sexual preferences. Some people like old
Yeah,
ladies.
some people like.
I'm
older
not saying that 70-year-olds are not attractive. I'm just saying my client's take was I wasn't even looking at her. She wasn't even, there was like 8 other people I would have been staring at ahead of her
He just didn't
if
have
that was
glasses
something I
on.
was doing, you know?
It could be. Yeah.
All I'm saying is my only point in bringing up these examples is that there are, just because you have an open case of sexual harassment, do not automatically assume that the guy is guilty.
It sounds
mean,
like
well,
it's closed because
he
he was
was a-
fired.
He was accused. Okay.
And
I haven't
Fired
read
for
ahead.
it.
I have not read ahead. I don't know.
I mean,
We
wouldn't
don't
there
know
be
if he
like
was
evidence introduced?
justifiably fired.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know if
true.
maybe he actually sexually harassed her.
Maybe there's
There's
already
legitimate cases out there.
opinions about him before.
I'm just my nature as an attorney
It
is
had
to be
only-
skeptical of these claims when they come.
It has only happened to me twice.
I've heard about your versions, and your versions were legitimate cases of harassment. I would define them as such. I would take your case if you wanted to become a plaintiff, is what I'm saying. let me you know what? Let's get into this case. So my husband was fired from his job today for sexual harassment. It's actually from a case that was from almost 3 years ago. I never knew anything about until he came home and started ranting about this lying bitch coworker. I never knew anything about this case until now. These investigations and incident would have happened when I was pregnant with our child, who's now 32 months old, or 2.5 years.
Math is hard.
Look, when they're 32 months, just say how old they are. Your kid's 2 years old.
Why would you do that?
12 months, just say he's
Stupid
one.
ass, fucking
He's
bougie
2.
ass. This is what I mean when these overprotective helicopter moms, man.
What does it mean? What does 32
All right.
months mean?
How many minutes is that?
I know.
How many hours?
Do you have a picture for every month? Well, that actually be kind of cool if somebody would actually do that. This is also after he had an affair with a coworker 5 years ago.
And we went to therapy.
It
And
ain't
we
looking
went to
too good.
therapy.
It ain't looking too good.
Oh boy.
All right, so
He has a
this is what it sounds
past.
like to me.
He has a past, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, he is accused of sexual harassment. I'm just going to say that there was an incident of perceived infidelity 5 years ago.
Perceived?
She
No. It was, and then they went to therapy.
I don't know what actually happened. I'm assuming. Well, maybe let's just call it infidelity.
She didn't say he maybe had an affair.
But she forgave him. Is the point?
Sure. Yes.
But she's still holding over as people do when they are the victims of such a thing.
Yeah.
All right. So we went to therapy for that. So I believe the claims. How does infidelity amount to sexual harassment, though? Those are two different sports.
Well, we don't know.
Well, if you engage in sexual conduct with a coworker,
That's not sexual harassment.
No, it's not sexual harassment, but it's history of like being involved with coworkers in some capacity.
Okay, so Dean Martin,
That's it.
very famously would cheat on his wife in both of his marriages because he was
Stupid
Dean
fucking
Martin.
phone call.
Oh,
Is that Jennifer?
I think she got a phone call.
I'll mute her until she comes back.
Maybe.
I think she
Oh.
left. Yeah.
Stephanie says, what if someone said they knew you were pregnant because your boobs looked bigger? That happened to my coworker. That
Very
seems
uncomfortable.
like not something that I would ever say
I
to
would
another
never say
female.
that to somebody.
I wouldn't say that to my sister. I wouldn't say it to any of my coworkers.
How about
I don't
Dominic?
think you would even say that to your wife. Starting.
I might say it to her. It's like, hey, these feel kind of big. What's going on with you? Let me squeeze
They
you.
don't look. They feel. Okay. Okay.
What's going on? It's like,
But like definitely not like
are
a
you
coworker,
fucking pregnant? I would say, are you? What in the?
That's exactly what you said. One day I said that I needed to leave early because I had an ultrasound, and I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to Jocelyn, and you screamed at the top of your lungs, "You're fucking pregnant!" I was like, "No, I may have a cyst."
It wasn't because of your breast size, though.
No, yeah,
Is my point.
Yeah, you don't say that to like a coworker or something about their breast size.
Stephanie B, because she thinks he's hitting on. I think that that's a ridiculous thing to say to a coworker if you don't have that kind of a relationship.
Yes.
The Crow says, I don't like him. He tell his wife one thing and probably not the truth. It's out of line.
I mean, he has a very bad.
Jennifer is back, I think.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
if you
sorry.
have a
She
history
got
of
a
messing
phone
with
call.
coworkers, something about it's bound to happen.
It's best not to comment
know?
on your coworker's breast if you're not trying to, if you don't have that kind of permission, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there's a Lauren, is that you?
Hey.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Better late than never.
Yeah, so I went downstairs to eat, and then I just kind of forgot. I'm not gonna lie to you, I just kind of forgot about
And
you.
I just kind of forgot.
Real. That's me.
I'm not in a rude way, but in like, yeah, that's what happened.
That's
I
kind of
mean-
in a rude way, but
Food. We have to have food to be alive, so it's kind of
Yeah,
valid.
well, it took like an.
Not
it took
mad
like
at you.
almost- It was like 45 minutes or so just to get the food to the table because it's so packed here. But
Lauren asked me the other day to go on her show about I don't even remember what it was about, but I told her no because I got a flat tire and I'm actively changing it right now. And she's like, "You're just a basic bitch." I was like, "Maybe I am."
What?
at least
She
you gotta
told me
change
not to
the
text
tire.
and drive, and then she called me a basic bitch because I got a flat tire that I was working on.
I remember when that happened to you once when you had court and I had to like pick you up. Remember? And then I drove
Oh,
you to court.
I was not I couldn't be late for that one.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? And like, I'll pick you up. Like, hell yeah.
He was going to Uber. I was like, Omar, I can pick you up. He's like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. I'll just call somebody to come pick up my car.
Hey, but I was dedicated. I showed it to my
Dedicated
hair.
to the
Got the
cause.
job done. And by the way, we got a successful result.
Yes, we did.
I had prepared way too hard for that hearing to miss it, and so I did what I had to do. All right, so this is the thing. So this husband has been fired from his job for sexual harassment. Wife wants to know, Lauren, if she is the asshole for not listening to his side of the story. To which we had this long discussion about why would you comment on the breast size of your coworkers? That was brought about by the comments. I don't know. I'm kind of lost here. Jennifer is having a conundrum over there. She's on camera looking all kinds of distressed.
I think that's my life. Okay. Well, my brother's
We-
dog is here, and he's like he's a pit and
Oh.
massive.
Oh, look at that thing. It's like a white shadow
no,
over
no,
there.
This is my baby. This is Ryder. But they both came storming in the room and
Oh.
yeah.
The goodest of boys.
Yeah, good voice.
All right, man. Let me finish this stuff. We'll take whatever bit of Lauren we can. I'm not going to make Lauren twerk.
I hear that a lot.
This guy had an affair 5 years ago
with a previous
right,
coworker,
which she forgave him for, but is still holding over his head. Is what it sounds like.
Well,
so all right. So I packed my stuff and my children things up to stay with my mother when I heard about the case. My husband is saying he has had the worst week ever.
I bet
and I'm adding to his stress.
Oh, how dare
I know. I have been a stay-at-home mom for our children. I have been trying to be the best wife possible after his last affair, but the sexual harassment claims hurt. And he has been found legally liable for them.
I really don't want to hear his side of the story.
Well, yeah, I guess he got fired.
At this time.
There are two ways that you could be found legally liable. You enter into a settlement so that it doesn't get litigated.
Mm-hmm.
But usually there's an NDA involved, or you go to trial and you're found guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta imagine this is not a trial case. He settled.
It's actually, Omar, I think it did because at the top it said that this happened almost 3 years ago.
That doesn't change the fact that it still could have been a settlement.
True.
So anyway, so I've been a state. All right.
Take 3 years to do a settlement?
No, but it could have happened 3 years ago, and she's still smarting about it.
No, it said that he just got fired from his job today for sexual harassment.
Oh, well, maybe that's because I have seen cases where SA claims go for 3 years.
Yeah.
And they settle.
Mm-hmm.
And then because the company had to pay out money, they fire their employee over it.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening. And I could also see it happening without him being guilty. He's just tired of being in litigation for 3 years and he wants it to be over. And so it's like, all right, I'll pay her $25,000 and just move on with life. Or not him, the company will pay him that because they are also on the hook for the litigation because they are an included co-defendant for letting the conduct occur.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the problem, though. There's something happened for 3 years, whether it went to trial or whether it's settled.
Yeah.
She found out about it today, not 3 years ago. That's
Did she find out today?
Yeah.
That's what yes.
So he's fired from his job today, but she says it's a case from almost 3 years ago. I never knew anything about it until he came home.
He came home and started ranting.
Oh.
He's guilty.
But when did he start ranting? 3 years ago or today?
No, she's actually saying at the very bottom that while she was
I never knew anything about this case until
he claimed
now.
her stress and everything, and he kept just screaming at her and shouting at her, and it was because of this.
Can I ask you? Okay.
He's kept this crazy secret for 3 years.
I have 3 women on my panel right now. Lauren, Melissa, Jocelyn. Jennifer. I forgot Jennifer.
Well,
you guys
like a man a lot, so
I know. I'm just curious about the prevalence of sexual harassment claims. I have this legitimate educational interest in it. How many of you would have considered behavior that you've experienced on the job to rise to the level of sexual harassment? You don't have to justify or tell me the details. I just want to know if you think that you have been a victim of sexual harassment at some point in the past on the job. I know, Melissa, the answer to you. Jocelyn says no.
What if please? Okay, I'm here, right?
Lauren is ambivalent.
This hotel Wi-Fi is crap, so it keeps freezing up on me. But I would say yes, but it was not by a male. So
Interesting.
I mean, sexual harassment could come from anybody.
Sexual harassment.
True.
Sexual harassment. Yeah.
I feel like I've been sexually harassed on the job. Did I tell you about the pearl necklace story? So
I was sorry.
Oh boy.
All right. So I used to work for DHL. It's sort of like UPS. They're more international now.
No, yeah, I know.
But back in the 90s.
You say it in Colombia.
Right. I was a delivery guy.
Okay.
And so I used to go to I used to have this particular stop that I would go to every single day. A bunch of horny old ladies. Back then I was like 18, 19 years old.
And they were like 30?
Yeah, and they would hit on me every single time and just crack sexual jokes whenever I'd walk in there in my little shorts and my shirt and whatever. And then one of the ladies who at the time was like 35 years old, and I thought she was old as fuck, but I'm like 44 now. And so, but like I would think, it's like, hey, do you know what a pearl necklace is? And I was like, no. It's like, do you want me to show you? This is like, not really. We'll come back tomorrow. And like there was a male boss that was there, and like a bunch of older ladies, and they're like was laughing at it, like, oh, this kid doesn't know what he's getting into. It's like, what is a pearl necklace? I come to find out it's about when a man ejaculates on your neck, and it looks like a necklace of pearls, but it's cum. It's sperm. It's sperms. It's
You did
ejaculate.
not know that.
Thank you for
Yeah,
that
that is sexual
description.
harassment.
I
Omar.
didn't know it at
Totally
18. At 18 years old, I was not aware that that's what that meant.
Where it's like customers harassed you.
But that
Oh,
would have
yeah,
been my
definitely.
example of having been sexually harassed while I was on the job. Did I interpret it as sexual harassment at 18 years old? No.
No, but it was.
No, but it would be legally considered what sexual harassment is. And so I just assume that most people have experienced levels of sexual harassment.
Does it count if
In
a
their past.
customer tells me I'm pretty? No, that's not sexual harassment.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, you can't just go around saying anytime anybody compliments you
Like your
that amounts to sexual harassment.
No, that's
It's
what I'm saying.
not.
Like,
So is it
no,
like when a
that's being
customer's
rude.
like,
That's being a
I wish I
bitch.
had you alone in a room right now or something?
Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
so I've
something
definitely,
else.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely had
It's more
instances of
like,
sexual harassment. Never mind,
okay,
take my
so
answer
you're
back.
alone with a coworker in the office, and that they see you bending over, and then it's like, hey, what about that ass? And then they like make sexually
What
suggestive.
the hell?
I'm
Come
making an
goes.
example. That would be an example of what I would litigate as sexual harassment. That would mean a sexually overt, unambiguous attempt to make you uncomfortable or have the effect of making you uncomfortable as the result of sexually suggestive language that would not be appropriate in the workplace. That's a valid example of sexual harassment.
Oh, yeah, it's no,
The pearl
yeah,
necklace one would be another one.
No, yeah, that's completely.
The thing that you told me about would be one. Jocelyn says she didn't experience it.
I take my answer back. I have.
Lauren, really?
By customers, not like coworkers.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah, but
I was thinking coworkers.
No, but customer in the
If it's like
workplace, yeah.
customers, yeah, then yes, I have. They say some out of pocket stuff that make me so uncomfortable.
what about you, Bruce? Have you experienced? Have you been SA'd in your career as
No,
an
that
engineer,
No,
sexual
sexual
harassment.
harassment.
or SH'd?
These are
SH'd.
different- yeah, those are different things.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we have the open floor plan, and I'm sitting at the desk, and we have an out of town employee who's there, for whatever conference or whatever, and visiting with the employees. And she like goes and like gives me a hug from behind while I'm in the chair. And I don't want a hug. Okay. I don't consent to hugging.
I'm with you on that.
But it happened.
Hugs are rough, man. It's like you don't ever consent to hugs, but I feel
mean,
like people that are
Well,
huggers
I mean, you could,
force
but
them on you.
but I didn't
right?
want one.
Yeah.
I've never been hugged from behind.
But they were like hugging
From
everybody.
behind is scary, yeah.
That's something that a guy
Or the
does. I feel
side or
like.
something. I don't know. Like I didn't stand up.
Oh, I once got
think. I
hugged
don't
like
know.
that by a male friend, and my partner back then got so mad, and I was like, "But why
Dominic,
mad?
what
I
is
don't
with this
get
comment?
it."
Dominic enjoys ridged condoms in his anus.
What the
Oh,
hell?
no.
Okay, that's
This is-
What is happening?
Oh.
Got a case.
Take it to court.
Where could one find some of those for Dominic?
I'm in danger.
Oh, I think they might be at Walgreens. Matter of fact,
I
we might
will be right
Instacart
back.
use some of them. Oh, I heard that there's the most pleasure receptors in the anus, according to various hentai cartoons from
We
Dominic.
were talking about my hug I didn't want.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're talking
I-
about his sexual harassment story here, and they just brushed it
Bruce, I
off.
don't mean to be insensitive to your sexual harassment story.
I mean,
You're so sensitive.
it wasn't like a big deal. I was just,
Yeah.
I would have preferred not to be hugged.
Yeah.
No, I get that because there's definitely been times where older women would just like go in for
God.
like the big family hug, right? And just hold on for like a little bit too long. It's like, hey, lady, smelling like she's drenched in like stripper perfume. What is that about? You know,
Oh,
you were
no.
not my grandma.
You leave my mother's perfume out of this.
When Dominic walked into the office today, he's like, Dominic, what the fuck? It's like, what is this cologne that you're wearing? Why do I gotta like waft in like the menu of your cologne cloud? What is this freaking Axe body wash?
It was Black Panther and the one from Anchorman.
He smells like single man virgin. He sounds like Rookie at the strip. He smelt like Rookie at the strip club. Getting his first lap dance
Not knowing what to do.
from Cheyenne.
From Diamond.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Cheyenne to the stage wearing a maroon bikini.
What is going on with this story? What is happening?
I like
Where
it.
are
I
we
think
at with
it's
this?
funny.
I'm lost.
This is funny.
Oh, I got to tell you, man, I once danced on a stripper stage. I once did. I was
How'd that go for
faded.
you?
Did they throw dollars at you?
I was not
Yeah,
naked.
did they?
I was
How much
not
did you
naked.
make?
They throw pennies at you?
You know what? I was like 19. I was super faded. It was, you know, there's just people dancing on the stage. I jumped up on the stage. I did a little dance.
There a pole?
There was definitely a pole. I did not use the pole. All right. So this lady doesn't want to hear a side of the story. My parents and sister are. What is that sound?
That's my phone. That's my phone.
God
Sorry.
damn it, Melissa.
So when my
All right.
husband texts me, he has his.
Oh, is he offended at the pegging story?
I don't.
Not
think
yet.
Or intrigued?
Or intrigued? Has he piqued his curiosity? Does he want to show you? Never mind. You know what? All right. My parents and sister are helping pay for a divorce attorney, and my husband is saying he's having a crisis, and I left him at his worst time. Oh, poor guy. I'm a little too lubricated to be reading this story. I feel like I've been going for like 4 hours podcasting.
Mhm.
I really feel nothing about this situation because while I was pregnant, he kept talking about stress at his job and yelling at me for being lazy, which is a hell of a thing to do to your pregnant wife.
Asshole.
Jesus.
He's an asshole.
When I was so tired to do much, and he refused to help out at home because of the stress. Now I find out this stress was probably his own making. He keeps texting my family because I have blocked him to tell his side of the story, but I don't even care at this point because of his past behavior. So
Omar,
here's
I'm gonna be very honest with you.
all right.
If he's so desperate, like to get her to hear his side, maybe it's because he's guilty. And I have personal past experiences from that. One of my ex-boyfriends, which was one of the longest relationships I had, every single time he did something that would get me mad or something that he knew he was doing bad and I caught him, he would get so desperate and make every single person that I knew talk to me to get to listen to him.
Yeah,
wanna
So
that's
I
control-
honestly
they wanna
believe that
control
he
the
is guilty.
narrative. They want to
Mhm.
control the narrative. Here's the other thing. He had 3 years to tell
Yeah.
his side of the
Why
story.
did he wait
Yeah.
And he never
3
did.
years?
So
He
why
never
did he
did.
fail for 3 years to do something
Like,
that
if
he
you're
now wants
innocent,
to do?
you would fight for it from the get-go.
He only wants to
He's
do it
been
now
screwing
because she
around the whole
knows
time,
that
guys.
something's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Would I be out of bounds in suggesting that this guy's been banging multiple women for like the last 5
definitely.
Of
years?
course
Yes.
he has.
I mean, historically, he did it already.
She even
Ages.
found out about one, and they went to therapy for
Is
it.
it like
Yeah.
a hot take to suggest that he's cheating on her and has been for like a long time for
Yeah,
like
I'm
multiple
sure.
women?
I don't.
yes.
You don't even need any of that to proclaim him the asshole here in this story.
No, you don't.
You know,
You
just
don't even
the
need it.
mere fact that he didn't tell her for 3 years that he was undergoing a sexual harassment case
Like,
is
he-
already crazy
He
to
could have
me.
avoided everything. He could have just sat her down and be like, look, this is what's going on. I'm
Yeah.
going to be very honest with you. I don't want this to be caught as a surprise. Blah, 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 blah. I want
then-
you to be in every step. That's it.
And then
Boy,
the reply to this Reddit will be, yes, he contacted me and now he's going to sex therapy. He's going to therapy.
Sex therapy because he's a sex
You know what I
addict?
mean? But
Yeah,
he's
that
going
sounds
to
about it.
rehab.
Yeah.
Full of
Well,
tiger.
They already went to couples therapy. She said.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
no.
how
by
old is this
himself,
guy? Did we
you know.
learn how old he is?
No, I don't think they
No.
ever
I'm
mentioned
gonna
age.
put him in like
We were
his
talking
lower
about strippers
30s.
and
His
Bruce
lower
was
We
30s.
were
like
talking
a
about all
wall.
kinds of stuff. Were we?
Why do we have to put him in an age?
I just was trying to gauge what his
Let's
life
say
experience is.
mid-30s, I bet.
Yeah, I'm guessing lower
He's
30s.
guilty.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
But I think
Yeah,
that
that's it. Yeah.
if she
Summarize.
was my sister and she was coming with this information, what I would tell her is, look, she's completely justified in leaving. But if she's going to leave, she needs to do it now.
Mhm.
Because if at any point, as she did like 3 years ago, when she found out that he was first cheating on her,
Five.
decides 5 years ago, and then decides to forgive him, then she can't get upset, 5 years after the fact. If now is the breaking point, if this is the straw that breaks the camel's back, then you got to leave now. And leave no mistake that there's not like a measure of forgiveness. There's not a layer of forgiveness. There's not any equivocation. It's I'm leaving because you crossed a line that I'm not willing to bear.
And I think she's doing that. I mean, she's left. She doesn't
Sort
want
of,
to hear
but
his
she-
side of the story.
She just don't want to hear it.
She just doesn't want to hear it.
She's probably
Okay.
she's probably heard him give all kinds of excuses for me.
Yeah.
But Jennifer, riddle me this.
You riddle it.
because she's already done that. Because she's already done that multiple times and come back multiple times. Every time he decides to do the helicopter dance, she's like running back over there. It's like, all right, well, maybe we'll work out. Maybe I'll give him a little bit of empathy, maybe a little bit of grace. Maybe he's just stressed out. And then she takes him back. Like, what about that then?
Here's the thing. That's why I don't think she wants to listen to his side of the story, because she doesn't want to.
She
follow
just wants
that.
to put an end to it
Yeah.
and just leave. And this
Hmm.
is her way of doing it.
Yeah.
I support her and I don't think she's the
And
asshole at all.
That only happened once. It didn't happen over and over again.
Oh,
The
That we know of.
infidelity?
That we know of.
The
That we
sexual
know of.
harassment
That
In her
we know
story.
of.
that we know of, and
Yeah.
the affair.
Well,
that
no,
we-
I mean her learning something and taking him back. It only happened once.
Yeah.
But because it happened once, who's to say it wouldn't happen again if she heard his side of the story?
Could I just
Sure.
tell you this? Every single time that I've had a case in my office that has alleged infidelity, there's never just one instance of it.
Never.
Never.
That's true.
It's
My ex
multiple.
cheated on me with Fatty McNeighbor first before he left for the pastor.
I bet you it wasn't just Fatty McNeighbor. It was like Fatty left
Neighbor,
side
that's what you
neighbor.
know of, yeah.
Fatty McNeighbors.
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the girl down at the drugstore. Maybe it would have been like the girl at Mervin's. I don't know. Whatever they got going on in South.
North Carolina.
Mervin's?
Do they have
Oh, you mean
Skyline Chili
Florida.
down there?
A what?
They got do they got Skyline Chili down there in North Carolina?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's like my favorite chili place. I love I
No,
miss
we don't.
Skyline Chili. I really do. That's a Midwest thing.
That's what I was gonna say. It's when you lived in Ohio.
Yeah, it was. I loved that place. But yeah, I'm willing to venture a guess. If you found out about one of them, there's the chances that there are more than one.
Yeah.
Those are betting odds
It's like
that you'd
bed
want to
bugs.
accept.
Kudos
It's
to her.
exactly like
There's like
bed bugs.
100 more bed bugs.
Yeah. Lauren, what say you about all of this?
I mean, that just
I
all
think
sounds-
Lauren's eating a sandwich.
I think
No,
Lauren's
I'm
like,
not. I'm not.
oh,
It's
God,
just
I was on.
I'm like breathing up every like few seconds, honestly. But like, no, I just know it sounds really tiring. I would just leave the guy.
Yeah.
It's not
I
much-
know.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
she doesn't wanna hear it
you know what,
anymore.
we're done here. Just I'm going. Bye.
Stephanie says it's probably more about the secret and treating her like crap while holding the secret over the actual claim. That's a lot of things. The guy sounds like a creep. He's the kind of guy that would sexually harass a person at the job and settle on the case.
Mhm.
He's the kind of guy who's already cheated on you 5 years ago. I think the writing's on the wall. If you stay with the guy, you're an idiot, and you can't complain when he does it again. So you got to make the call right now. Right now. Has he broken the vow such that you're willing to leave the marriage? If the answer is yes, then fucking leave. And I don't want to hear your bullshit about it 3 years down the road when he does it again. Oh, you're coming
Yeah.
over here to flat again or making another Reddit post like, am I the asshole because like 8 years ago he
Oh,
cheated
boy.
on me, and then 5 years ago there was a sexual harassment claim, and then just 2 weeks ago he banged my sister. I don't want to hear that shit. You've had plenty of warning.
You got to trust your gut. Stop
Trust
asking
your
Reddit.
gut. Stop asking
Stop
Reddit.
asking Reddit,
No.
that's right.
Bang their sister. You know you gotta bang the dad. Come on.
Bang. He banged my dad, and
You
so
already started. Just keep going. Make it a checklist.
if he bangs her dad, does it make him the
Gay.
stepmom?
That's a good question.
She could be.
May my head hurts.
Future stepmom.
Well, I should probably ask your mother about that.
My God.
I'm
sure you can find it on
I'm
Reddit.
so regretting my decision not to hit on Lauren's dad. I was gonna go on her live stream
I need
and
a
like
black
hit on her
background.
dad as a joke, and then when the moment came, I I turtled up, man. It's like, no, I'm not gonna hit on
You
Lauren's
got a
dad.
flat tire.
You got the
became a
yips.
I
big
got a
shit.
flat tire. It would have been such the thing to do, man. But I missed the moment. I missed it.
No,
You
I
did.
would have protected Lauren's dad. We've streamed together.
I would not have.
Right.
I would have just let it happen.
I would have apologized profusely to Lauren's dad. It's like I did it for the bit. I apologize. I'm not gay, sir. I'm not trying to
I would
really
have
hit on you.
kicked him from the stream so he couldn't hear your apology.
Oh boy. Okay. So I think we're all aligned in that she is not the asshole.
Certainly.
Yeah.
The guy is the asshole, and he kind of deserves whatever he's about to get.
Whatever happened.
Yeah. So that is the entirety of Flad for today, January 10th. God damn it. It's January. We're already 10 days into 2025. I'm not ready for
Oh,
25, man.
I'm exhausted now.
I am too.
Oh.
I don't like it. I thought 2024 was bad. I'm not
I
gonna-
just want to just stay on vacation. I'm not ready to go back to real work yet. I'm just not. Oh, but it is what it is. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us for the last 10 minutes of the show.
Sorry about that. My bad.
She's so
not
mad about us.
How could
She
you,
literally
Lauren?
said, I'm so sorry. I was making a sandwich and I forgot all about it. So
No, I'm at a hotel in Nashville. I was eating downstairs.
it's cool, Lauren.
Are you snowed in, Lauren?
Huh? What's that?
Are you snowed in?
In Nashville?
Yeah.
Well, I got here this morning and I've been at the hotel. It's not really. I mean, I haven't really gone outside since then. So
I think it's
Is there
coming
snow
more
out
south.
there? Do they have
It's coming
windows?
south.
do they
Blink
have
twice if you need
windows?
help. What's going on?
We're gonna have to be we're gonna have to do a stream pretty soon because the response to Gingriss's appellate claim is out. And I have vowed to cover it, and I'm so excited to
Oh.
cover it.
You might have missed this since you were doing Flat, but I got a message on Discord while I was eating, and apparently, David was doing his stream going over the response, and Laura has, I don't know, I guess she rescued or adopted 2 feral cats, and they want to name them after me and Megan.
Really?
So I
What?
put a pair of cat ears on myself, and that's going to be my new thumbnail.
Lauren and Megan as the feral cats?
Wait, DSG is going over the document?
Oh, well,
he
I don't
did.
trust him to go over it because he's just going to shit on it. But I'm going to read it and give it the old college try, man. And we're going to read it on its merits. I read his on his merits, and so
Figure
we're
we
going to
probably
see.
won't get it off the docket until next week, but we'll see.
Well, I'll
Fingers
get it as soon
crossed.
as I can, and
Yeah.
as soon as I get it, I'm going to go live with it, and then we will cover it. But for
Very good.
Flad, ladies and gentlemen, regretfully, I want to thank Jocelyn and Melissa for being part in studio for Flad as they are drenched in lavender, red, rose-colored purple. What would you call that, Jennifer?
Rose-colored
It-
purple.
I was
Oh,
gonna say it's a nice color pink.
Yeah.
It resembles the color.
no.
I'm just kidding, girls.
Harassment.
Get her for sexual
No,
harassment.
Sexual harassment.
Oh yeah.
All
Vaginal
in one.
pink or anal beads?
Oh, no. What?
Butt plug pink. Let's call it that.
Starfish color.
Now, who's sexually harassing who?
You can take that as is.
I want to thank Bruce and Jennifer and Lauren for joining us last minute. We love Lauren. I want to thank Schnitzel for coming in for like the hour that she did. It's always a good time. I love all of you. We will be in touch for sure. Do you guys have any parting words for the 63 people that are viewing us right now?
No.
Have a good weekend.
I will say,
Have a
Stephanie
good
B,
weekend.
don't be mad at me because I don't like Gavin Newsom. He's a dick.
Yes, Mr. Newsom is a wild one.
Gavin Newsom is a cunt. I've said it here. You heard it
I
first.
love that word.
Damn.
I
We
do
need
too.
clips
Twat.
of Omar saying
He is a
all of
twat.
these things.
Twat.
Yeah, I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm just saying I don't like Gavin Newsom. I'm not a fan. Or Karen Bass, that
He's
effing
a
lady.
mean one, Mr. Grinch.
He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You know what my daughter said to me? She said, "Dad, I don't think Santa Claus is real. I think that Santa Claus was you dressed up in a costume." He's like, "What do you mean?"
You'd be right.
Because Santa Claus is not even fat, and like you were dressed up in a costume, and like it seemed like you, and you hugged me like you do.
So she said he was fat.
Yeah, she's like, Santa Claus is fat, and then you were not fat. I think it was you in a costume. It's like, listen, young lady, you don't know anything.
She's very perceptive.
She's
for the
yeah, she's
4-year-old.
good.
Oh, she
Yeah.
is,
Which one
man.
was
She
that?
rolled a
Lawyer in
Oli?
training.
That was
It was
Oli.
Oli?
That was Oli. She's like,
Oh.
you.
She's going
Santa
to
Claus
connect
hugged me
with
just the
you.
same way that you do. That was you, Dad. I don't think that Santa Claus is
And you were
real.
like, no, you're wrong.
Next time you have to like stuff. the
Ladies and
pillow
I'll tell you
in your
what.
costume,
jury,
make
I
yourself
present you with
Change
all
your
mountains
voice.
of Santa Claus evidence.
My daughter is 5. Amy, we missed you on the show today, man. Amy is my daughter
Are
is
you an
5
elf
years
on the
old.
shelf, Dad? Or no?
No, I don't do the elf on the shelf. I don't even know what the hell. I've never been an elf on the shelf guy. I
only
dressed
heard
up as Santa
about that
Claus, but you know what?
recently.
Next year, I try to shield my voice because whenever I speak, my daughter's an instant ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, young lady. I hear that you've been naughty, but I have you on my good list. Here's a Barbie playhouse or
I
whatever.
would have loved
Just make
to see you
Dominic
dressed
dress up as
Santa.
Santa and do it.
Dominic is not fat though. Dominic is jacked.
No, he could put a pillow
Well,
in
he
the
could put a,
costume.
he
can
can
put
get the
pillows
moon
like
bump.
that.
He can get the moon bump, and
I know. Maybe next year I'll get a moon bump. That's what I should do. What I should have done.
that's what I'm saying.
Or go to one of those costume places where they sell the it's like it looks like a bodysuit, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm gonna do, I've already. My daughter's already called me out, man. Like 2 years in a row, she's called me out.
You need to keep trying to blow the magic out.
I'm gonna keep it going for Abby's sake, but Oli's in on the joke, is all I'm saying. All right, I love you all. You guys have a wonderful weekend.
Happy
You guys
weekend.
take care.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye bye.